Well, I will say Michael, he was built different, competitive 24/7. Not too many people are built like that.
I agree.
Willing to compete at any level and at anything. So when you look at these players in today's era, being LeBron, there's really no comparison when you talk about the level of competitiveness. Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years. We saw his whole resume, his competitiveness, his drive, his will to win, what he's want to do. When someone like LeBron has to spread that out for 20 plus years, it's not the same drive. It's not the same fight. It's not the same hunger. And so when people try to make those comparisons of those two players, it's like talking to someone in the front seat and the back seat. They ain't even in the same lane.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday noon to do the Lord's work. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special program because, ladies and gentlemen, Scottie Pippen just dropped a care package in the GOAT debate. It is a true situation here. Everybody was running to the PDB podcast or Valuetainment podcast channel because he had an interview with Scottie Pippen, where Scottie Pippen opened up about everything about his career, the Chicago Bulls, obviously Michael Jordan, LeBron, the GOAT debate, today's NBA. They talked about everything. And as you heard there, Scottie Pippen was basically stating how there's two separate careers between Jordan and LeBron. So today's show is all about what Scottie Pippen talked about. Hopefully you got a chance to watch the whole 2-hour interview. I did, and like we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, we're going to provide you facts about what's going on, and we're going to have a great discussion. So shout out to everybody that's already in the comments, as we see a lot of y'all here. Shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members. Appreciate you. We got B. Lee in the building. What up, B. Lee? Are you available, Brandon? You look like Brandon froze. What up, John? King John is in the building. Shout out to King John. What's good, brother?
What's up, everybody?
All right, we also, y'all know we got T Perfect in the building as well. What up, T?
What's up, guys?
All right, so y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. Brandon is having a little bit of difficulties here, but we're going to still get things going. As y'all know, we are here to talk about Michael Jordan's career. Is it truly superior to LeBron James and the whole Scottie Pippen argument in general? So we got Brandon back. What up, Brandon? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, so we good. We here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining us on another great Sunday afternoon, as we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We do this every Sunday afternoon. We're also live on IG and also on our Facebook account, so shout out to everybody there. We're no longer on TikTok, everybody. TikTok is banned today. Couldn't post, couldn't do nothing. It's a straight blackout for TikTok. We'll talk about that later because like I said, Scottie Pippen dropped a bomb. So let's start with you first, Brandon. Did you get a chance to watch the interview? And if you did, what did you think of Scottie Pippen's interview?
Well, I watched most of it. I guess a good portion of it. I don't know. It was kind of different for Scotty. Scotty changes his mind on everything, and he went back and forth on certain things, and somehow everyone is stuck on this the most 30-point games, and that is starting to tie into whatever LeBron James has done for his career. Since LeBron James played more games than Jordan to get those 30 points per games, they were talking like LeBron needed to play. Like 32 more years if he wanted to catch Jordan in 40-point games. I mean, well, I guess Jordan have to play 1,000 more years to catch Wilt Chamberlain in 40-point games. Like, I mean, like, what what is that even supposed to be? Scottie Pippen was one of the main players who always stated how LeBron was more than a scorer. And now they want to tie LeBron James into only scoring when he does a lot more things. Yes, he's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA history. We all know that because his dominance throughout his career. No one could dominate the game like LeBron James has done scoring-wise for 20 plus years. Simple as that. I know Michael Jordan, he was great scoring 30 points all the time. He averaged 30 points for his career. But then again, it was only 650 games of his career that he, could actually do that for a season. So his last 300 games, he was not a 30-point per game scorer. His first part of his career, he wasn't a 30-point per game scorer, but that 30 points is somehow the mark of a great scorer. Like we understand Michael Jordan was great at scoring the ball, but there's more than just scoring the basketball. And like I understand what Scotty was saying, what Michael Jordan did for his career, what he did in that limited time was, it was pretty amazing. Like
he kind of said that though. He kind of said that. He kind of stated how Jordan's career is basically a 12, 14-year span, and that's where his greatness is compacted into.
Yeah.
And his drive and all the competitiveness that he talked about. And LeBron, we're talking about an over 20-year career. So he basically saying Jordan is like a 100-yard sprinter, and LeBron's a long-distance sprinter. But he didn't say LeBron isn't a short-distance sprinter. He just basically said you can't really make that comparison. It's two different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just two different careers, two different paths, two different everything.
He said LeBron had to spread that out to be where Jordan was.
That's not what I got.
Jordan did. That's what I heard. That they're not in the same lane because Jordan was that much of a competitor, and LeBron James needed longer to actually match what Jordan did.
No, I think that's what the host was trying to state, but I don't think that's what Scotty was trying to say.
That's what Scotty said.
I mean, I get, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we could play it again. Yeah.
I mean, you want me to play it right now? I got it right here.
Yeah,
is that part?
If I misheard. Yeah, let me see if I misheard it.
You talking about the intro right here, right? We played on the intro?
Yeah, all right, the first part.
All right, so let's play it again.
Well, I will say Michael, he was built different. Competitive 24/7. Not too many people are built like that.
I agree.
Willing to compete at any level and at anything. So when you look at these players in today's era, being LeBron, there's really no comparison when you talk about the level of competitiveness. Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years. We saw his whole resume, his competitiveness, his drive, his will to win, what he's want to do. When someone like LeBron has to spread that out for 20 plus years, it's not the same drive. It's not the same fight. It's not the same hunger. And so when people try to make those comparisons of those two players, it's like talking to someone in the front seat and the back seat. They ain't even in the same lane.
See, like he's not saying which one's better. He's just saying it's just too different. That's how I took it. He didn't say which one was better. But maybe John, what did you take that, John?
How did you take it?
That's kind
how I took it too, in a way that I understand. I think people would take it differently, but I do think they both have hunger. It's just different. I think they do things a different way, and it's okay. Jordan is a scorer. The point Brandon was making, LeBron is a scorer too, but he's number 4 all time in assists as well. I mean, do we forget that? And that whole 30 point a game thing is a bothersome. When we talked about it last week or the week before about the 30 point game record, um, I never understood why it bothered people so much. I'm sitting here like, why is it so bothersome? And then the whole thing, it would take LeBron 40 more years to catch, 32 more years to catch the Jordan 40 point record. And when I was responding to people, I was telling people, well, you know, he doesn't even own a 40 point record. Will Chamberlain does. And a lot of people didn't even know that. And they were just like, so you wanted him to break a record Jordan don't even have. But Scottie Pippen, he is everywhere. I apologize to everyone. I didn't get to watch the whole interview. And the moment we get off here tonight, I promise you guys, I'm going to watch that whole interview. I had so much stuff going on this week. But I got to see
you're not
some
the
of the
only one,
clips,
John.
and he all over the place. He all over the place. Scotty is, I mean, that's the since that, I mean, it's funny, since the last dance, he has changed his stance on. So if you said Scotty said this, I can show you another clip where he said the total opposite of what you said he said. Literally. That Magic Johnson is the GOAT. Now we know who we this week, Magic Johnson the GOAT. So I mean, that's all I got to say. Magic, the GOAT.
He said Magic Johnson is the go for what LeBron does. Like that's what I don't understand.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that we got to break down because I
Yeah.
got clips. We're gonna talk
Uh,
about all of this. Let's get to Travis. What up, Travis? Thank you for joining us. It sounds like everything's working well on your end. What do you think Scotty was saying when he was saying, "Hey, there's two different drives between Michael Jordan, two different competitive levels. Everything is different. Jordan was compacted his greatness within a 12 to 14 year span, and we're talking about LeBron, who's doing this for 20 something years plus." What do you take from that conversation Scotty had, which was predicated on the guy asking him about LeBron needing to have more games to get to Jordan's 30 point per game record?
Well, I mean, obviously, like John, I didn't actually. I was super slammed, so I didn't see the entire interview. But just from like that comment right there, I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it. To me, it's just saying that he's saying that Jordan was way more competitive than LeBron and did.
yeah.
Basically, it sounds like he said his peak was much higher than LeBron's as far as what he did in that 12 to 14 years, as far as major accolades and awards, MVP. This is what it sounds like he's saying to me. The 30-point game, like stuff, like I don't care about that. I don't think anybody cares about that. Like that's a record that was made to be broken. I mean, obviously LeBron did it, but that's not LeBron's focus. I don't think Scottie Pippen ever cares about things like that. But I mean, that's one thing I will never ever think of is who scored the most 30-point games. Like, who cares? But that's what it sounds like he's saying to me as far as that comment about the compact nature of Michael's career versus LeBron's.
Okay. Because again, the conversation was great. I got a chance to watch the entire interview. Again, the interview was predicated on the GOAT debate. Basically, this guy was really trying to get in on Scottie Pippen about the GOAT debate. He was again. This is the zestiest Jeffrey interview I've ever seen, bro. This dude, the way he was asking questions, everything was about Michael Jordan. It was basically him probing Scotty to either make Scotty say Jordan was the GOAT or to have Scotty to say something bad about Michael. And Scotty didn't do neither. Scotty stayed on point. Scotty stayed, like y'all saying he flip-flops. The problem is that Scotty doesn't want to discredit none of his teammates, including Michael Jordan, because he's a team guy. He's a teammate guy. So when you're trying to pin him versus Michael Jordan, that's where he crumbles. That's when he starts to shuffle. Because in his mind, I'm a part of the greatest team ever. I won 6 championships, and he's going to state all of this while we have these conversations and we talk about the actual interview. But at the end of the day, he doesn't want to discredit Jordan as a teammate because that's Scottie Pippen in general. That's his whole premise. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm trying to say about that, Brandon?
I get it.
I understand what you're saying. Like he's always been stuck with saying Michael Jordan is the most competitive, the best scorer of all time. But the thing is, he's saying that the competitiveness of LeBron and Jordan is not on the same level. Like that's the issue that I have, which is nowhere near true.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for me, it's not like he said it's on a different level. It's not basically on the same. Not saying that
Not
LeBron's
because
up there with him, because he says LeBron is better at basketball than Jordan. He stated this before. So, but
he
he
said it multiple times
A lot
before.
of things before.
yeah,
He said LeBron was in the back seat.
yeah, he did.
He really taking a shot at LeBron.
He said once in a
He was.
he took several shots at LeBron. That's why I said he dropped the
Yeah,
care
he
package.
took
But
shots at
he's going to take shots at Jordan. So let's start with the fact that this guy was trying to get Scottie Pippen to backtrack on Scottie Pippen, writing in his book how Scottie Pippen thinks he's the greatest player of all time. Scottie legitimately thinks he's the greatest player of all time, ladies and gentlemen.
You saying I want to be remembered as the greatest of all time. How much of that was really what you believed in? How much of that was you trying to sell a book? And how much of that was somebody behind closed doors flattering you, saying you didn't get enough credit for what you did during the Chicago's run?
You know, the reason why I say stuff like that is because when you play the game the way that I played it, you play on both ends. Why can't I say that?
Oh, that's okay. You can say that.
So
No
yeah.
one's saying you can't say
Yeah,
that.
and say it and mean it.
Oh, so you
know
do
what
believe that?
I'm saying? Yeah. Look at the stats. I got 6 rings too. Look at my accolades. I got defensive player, all NBA. So playing the game the right way and winning means something to me, and it meant a lot to me. I don't have the MVPs, but guess what? Somebody that was with me got it.
Would you say
I didn't have the final MVP, but hey, we won the championship.
So right there, he took a shot at Jordan. He basically said Jordan won MVPs because of me.
Scotty said he was the GOAT just now?
No, I read his book.
Scotty
He said
always
he was the
said
greatest of all
that.
time in his book. He said it.
Yeah, he said he was the greatest bull. And
Travis said- Travis said-
a lot of Scotty always trying to give LeBron compliments is because he felt like him and LeBron played the game the same way. So by saying LeBron James statistically is the greatest player of all time, he's trying to put himself in that conversation all the time. So that is one of the agendas that he always has is I was LeBron before LeBron and I won more than LeBron. So how can I not be a top 10 player of all time? Why do I get so disrespected all the time? Why they're continuing to elevate Michael Jordan
See, this is
when
why
me and
rings don't
LeBron
mean
play the game the same way?
This is why rings
That-
don't mean anything.
that is his agenda. It has always been his agenda, for one.
Whenever you talk
So
to me, he has an
He
agenda.
started on first take.
So there you go. So there you go. So what do you think about John? That's him throwing shots at Jordan. He said, he said I didn't win the MVP, but the guy was on my team won it. I won 6 championships. I played both sides of the ball. Why can't I say I'm the GOAT?
Hey, I mean, if I could base the way the GOAT argument is used, why can't he say he the GOAT? And then the dude tried to say, why you saying you the GOAT when you're not the GOAT, but you saying you the GOAT? If Scotty say he the GOAT, what's your argument? He got the all defensive awards. He's 6-0 in the NBA finals. I mean, what? I mean, Scotty's GOAT argument, even though I don't believe it's a good argument, us in Chicago believe in Scotty. I'm a huge Scottie Pippen fan. I've been more of a fan before he started talking than when he started talking. I mean, I loved how he approached the game, the way he played the game. He took the best defensive assignment in my era of basketball, and I want people to know that as a wing, when you play basketball, you have to guard the best player on the other team. That's how I came up in basketball. So the best player on the other team, that means I had to guard him because I was the best player on my team. So that's how I grew up. And to me, that's how Scotty approached the game that, hey, I got to guard you because I'm the best player over here. And Scotty, and I don't care what people say, Scotty believes he's the best player on the Bulls. Just listen to him. Hey,
He takes shots at Jordan. He do. He be taking shots at Jordan. He be telling you he's better than Jordan. So Travis, you heard what he said, man. What you think about Scotty writing about how he's the GOAT, that he could say he's the GOAT of basketball?
I mean, I don't want to just like to have this just be a huge bash fest on Scotty, but that's delusional. And he even said like, you know, he listed off some ancillary awards, but I mean, he's not even like the best sidekick of all time. You know, that's either Kobe Bryant or you can even say
There you go.
guys like
There
Kevin
you
McHale,
go.
but like
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that
There
too
you go.
loud.
There you go. MJ
I mean,
delegates
like,
in the
no,
building.
he wasn't even better than like AD in 2020, if you want to call him a
Oh, my
sidekick.
God.
But like
That is hilarious.
Scottie Pippen, I always say, is like a top 5 defender of all time. I think he's the best wing defender of all time, and you know I think you could say he's underrated, absolutely. But when he's clearly just out to get press and whatever, like
Don't do that. This man, don't do that, Travis. This man's been begging Scottie Pippen for an interview for years.
Sure, but
begging
like
Scottie Pippen.
He's still salty because
Scottie Pippen's turned this man down countless times. He's not looking for attention.
But he's also just still salty. He's still salty because his wife got passed around like a collection plate, and by Jordan-Pippen. So I mean, it's just stop.
It wasn't his wife.
Top basketball, top the 90s. Like, don't just come out and everybody knows what you're gonna say. Just
no, Travis is upset. Travis is upset.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Scottie Pippen thinking he's better than Michael Jordan. There's nothing wrong with that. He could think that. When Jordan left, he thought he was the best player in the league. He feel like just like Kobe thought he was better than Shaq. And if Shaq's off the team, he's gonna be the best player. Like he could think that. What's wrong with it?
No, that's hilarious.
That's
we
why
got
I
Craig in the building.
He could think that.
Craig
I'm
is in the
here,
building.
but
What up, Craig?
I'm not in my office. I'm out away, so I'm
we see that. Craig, did you see Scottie Pippen drop the care package in the GOAT debate?
Son, he gonna be hated by LeBron and Jordan fans after that interview. he gonna be the one that bridge the gap between Jordan and LeBron. He gonna be the true GOAT if he can have LeBron and Jordan fans come together.
Bruh, he's crazy. I don't know if you just saw the last clip of Scottie Pippen saying that.
I watched the interview. So
you watched the whole thing. See, that's why I love me some Craig. That's why I love me some Craig.
Well, I didn't watch the Zion part. Like, I didn't watch the Zion.
That was at the end though, but that was at the end. But you was about a good hour, 50 minutes in. So you watched a good crux of the debate. So I mean not the debate, but of the conversation and the interview. So what do you think of the interview in general? And obviously Scottie Pippen thinking he's the GOAT.
I mean, there's some things I agree with that interview. Some things I disagree with that interview. Like I agree with he could be. There's no problem with thinking you the best player ever. I mean, that's what confidence. You're supposed to have that type of confidence to say you the best. I mean, it's like I said, it's his opinion. You can't be mad for him to say that, you know. And he technically do. If you hear people reasonings is why someone is the GOAT, he technically do have. The only thing he is missing is like the MVPs and the final MVPs. So I'm not mad for him to thinking that, but do I agree with that? No.
And that's what he said. Listen, I didn't win the MVPs, but my teammate did, and Michael Jordan didn't win no MVPs without Scottie Pippen. He got no chips without Scottie Pippen, no MVPs.
He got a Rookie of the Year without Scottie. He got ACC Player of the Year without Scottie. Technically, that is an MVP to be a Player of the Year. Anything, that's an MVP.
But again, this is where we're gonna get real interesting with the whole Scottie debate. The whole Scottie interview, right? Because Scottie says, okay, he's having this conversation with this guy. Like I said, this guy is basically probing Scottie for the GOAT debate.
Yeah, he was probing Scottie. He should have read the room. Like Scottie was pissed off, so I believe he started saying stuff just to like, you know, just all right, man, stop saying MJ. Like,
exactly. He kept everything. See, I'm glad that you said it. You weren't the only one that noticed it. He kept saying MJ. He kept talking about Jordan on the interview. So we know Scottie Pippen though truly doesn't believe in the GOAT in general, and the guy kept probing him.
He'd pick Victor Wembanyama.
Oh yeah. We gonna get there. Craig was. I love me some Craig, man. Pause. So let's get to him probing Scottie Pippen more about the GOAT debate, and basically Scottie's gonna ask him, well then what's the credentials if you sitting here upset at me calling myself the GOAT?
So what's the credentials to be that guy?
To be the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great conversation. I'm curious to know what you say. I'm a fan. I'll give you my opinion, but I want to hear from you.
I don't think it exists in team sports. I don't think it exists in team sports.
Okay. You don't think it exists in team sports?
No.
He was stuck there. He didn't know what to say, Brandon. You saw his face, Brandon. He was like, wait a minute, Scotty.
That's a wreck take, dude.
But he said that multiple times. He said that prior that he don't think there should be a GOAT.
He has said that.
He's always
Yeah, but he's
been-
also called like three or four player the GOATs.
He said no. He says in a team sport there isn't. But if y'all want to play this game, Scotty will play this game with you. And the dude wants to play the game because the dude can't accept it. He wants Scotty to, like I said, either praise Michael Jordan or discredit Michael Jordan. And Scotty does neither.
Well,
Scotty's basically asking him.
He didn't really
He did
discredit
praise
Jordan, did
Little.
he?
He said, me,
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, and Jordan. I don't see a team in history that could beat us.
Yeah, as a team, though. That's
They
not
tried
Jordan.
for
He said as a
3
team.
years.
No, but as a team. He talked about it as a team. Like he said as a team. He said it's
No,
a
he
team
said, I'll
thing.
pick you as a teammate.
Yeah,
We
he
still
showed me. He
gonna
said,
win.
"I pick you."
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like exactly because as the team that I had, if I have Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, I don't care who else I have because I know I can win with those guys. The 3 years I had those guys, I won, and he's like, I'll win. And he said, if you don't give me Dennis, I'll take
No,
Horace.
he wanted him because he was fishing to see if he would pick LeBron or Jordan, and he switched it when he said, "Well, I pick Victor."
No, because we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Hold on, we'll get to that. But let's get to the whole idea though. Again, he doesn't believe in the GOAT, and he tries to probe this man about the whole GOAT credentials. Like, what makes you the GOAT? And the guy he couldn't answer it. Just like most Michael Jordan fans can't do. He even asked him, "What about the '90s?" Because he even told him before the '90s there was no such thing as a GOAT. This is what Scottie Pippen said about the GOAT debate.
To me, before the 90s, I had never in my life heard anything about a GOAT in basketball.
Interesting. Really?
Never. I had never heard anyone say, who's the greatest player in the NBA
Scotty.
before the 90s? Who was that guy then? If you had heard that, who was that guy? And why is he not being mentioned today?
I would say the debate pre-90s, you got to realize, I'm in the Middle East during that time.
I understand that. I
for
understand
me,
that. So
the greatest basketball player in Iran was probably a different guy.
So that guy
yeah,
just
I was
admits
in
you that
my-
he's not a basketball fan. That guy
So
just admits you he's
all
not a
of
basketball
these
fan.
episodes have
Yeah,
y'all been
yeah.
saying prior Jordan was the GOAT was in '89 and '88. Pippen never heard that, so I'm confused. Y'all been telling me they've been calling Jordan the GOAT early. Now all of a sudden
He
you
just
got
never
someone
paid
playing with
attention
Jordan
to
who
it.
said never in his life.
He
have
just
he heard.
never paid attention to it.
He said he never heard it in his life. That's not saying I never paid attention to it. You gotta
That's
know
what
it's
it
there
is.
to not pay attention to it. He said he never heard it in his life.
He did.
He
But he
just didn't
told the
pay
guy. He
attention
asked
to
him, but he asked the guy who was the GOAT before that. And a lot of Michael Jordan fans don't like to answer that question, or people who have Michael Jordan as the
Oh,
GOAT.
he said it was. He said he would say Wilt.
That's what he said. That's what again he does. He does say that because again he Scottie Pippen probes him. Scottie Pippen asks him. So let's just continue because Scottie Pippen explains to him, okay, you claim quote unquote you don't know '90s basketball because you was living in Iran. So we already know again a lot of these Michael Jordan fans don't know basketball history. So let's go ahead and let's him continue to probe him and ask him what was going on in the '80s.
let's go back to the 80s,
Okay.
before the 80s. Let's go in the mid 80s. Who was the GOAT
During that
basketball.
era of all time,
of all time?
I would say there's a strong argument at that time for Wilt being the greatest of all time. Because the Lakers hadn't yet
Why?
gone on their
Why?
dominant, destroyed his opponents.
So
Some
why
would say
is he
Bill
not
Russell.
mentioned now? Why is he not? I don't even hear about him now.
Oh,
being
I mentioned
in it.
Wilt. I mean, you're talking about the guy that has.
He got 13 rings.
Well, no, he didn't get 13 rings. Russell got. You're talking about Russell.
I mean, Russell, yeah.
I'm talking Wilt.
Well.
Russell got the 11 and the 2 additional ones. Yeah, 13 rings. But there's a difference because we can say Ori got 7, right? Ori's not
Yeah.
in the discussion of all time. But Ori wasn't the face of the team.
So Scottie got him to discredit championships.
Scotty don't know his history of basketball. Thinking Wilt got 13 championships.
Yeah,
I
I
know,
don't know.
that's
I
funny.
don't know where he got that
Okay.
new. Yeah. Listen, Scotty can't count past 6. I can tell you this right now because he also said LeBron didn't have 4 championships as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
Scotty can't-
he takes shots at LeBron in this. interview.
yeah, he takes shots at everybody. He don't play. Yeah, he takes
He
shots.
definitely takes.
Well, you know why he takes shots at LeBron, right? I hope everybody knows why he takes shots at LeBron.
He trying to make peace between LeBron and Jordan.
No, he's actually
He's the peacemaker. He's the guy that's gonna sign the truce for all of us. Come
His
together,
shot-
kumbaya.
his shots at LeBron is because of Isaiah Thomas. Because Isaiah Thomas said LeBron's the GOAT. And Isaiah Thomas and Scotty got a feud. So he been started since him and his Isaiah Thomas feud started. He's been taking shots at LeBron since. So the shots LeBron get is actually from Isaiah Thomas.
Shit, look, Isaiah Thomas been taking shots at LeBron recently, so
He been taking shots at the league as well. He been doing that. But again, he probed the guy on the GOAT debate. He's asking him like, "Yo, who was the GOAT? You sitting here upset and mad at me for calling myself the GOAT?" And the guy couldn't have no answers because the guy said Wilt. Most people who have Michael Jordan as the GOAT don't even have Wilt in their top 10. So he's not wrong when he says who's talking about Wilt today. Nobody wants to mention Wilt, and he's talking about Wilt. Wilt only got 2 championships, and it's 2-4 in the finals. So obviously, all his hate on LeBron don't mean nothing.
Kareem. I thought Scotty think he was gonna say Kareem. I think Scotty was like he finna say Kareem, so I already got an answer for it once he say Kareem, and he didn't say
but
Kareem.
no,
Yeah,
because
exactly,
he said the
Ken.
mid '80s. Kareem wasn't that in the mid
He was
'80s.
that guy,
Remember that?
and
He
it
said
it would be
he was.
Kareem. It would be Kareem.
He says starting in the 80s of all time, like before the 90s. I think that's what Scotty meant.
Yeah,
No,
before the
then he
90s.
said mid '80s. So anything.
Yeah, he said mid 80s.
mid.
And 85,
So
in
anything
85
84
Kareem was
below.
the all-time leading scorer. In 85 Kareem was the all-time leading scorer. He had the most league MVPs.
But he said mid, so 85 would be 85
That's what
or
I'm
below.
saying. That's what I'm
Didn't
saying.
he get
But
the record in 80s? Didn't he get it in 80, like 86, 87?
No, but then
I
he
thought
said
it was like
Magic. But he said,
84 or something like that.
but he also says Magic was the GOAT as well. So I don't know when he thought
No,
Magic
Pippen
was the
said
GOAT.
Magic was his GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Pippen said Magic was his GOAT as well. So, but again, he confused the guy. The guy didn't know what to do because the guy was trying to corner Pippen, and Pippen just kept putting him
Scotty
in
confused himself.
Yeah, this guy. So the guy went out of this because again, Scotty made explain to him, listen, man, there's no such thing as a GOAT. This is a team sport. So Scotty kept referring to everything in a team concept. Everything Scotty answered was within a team's concept. So the guy said, you know what? Since you want to do that, let's see how you would draft. So he started to play this game again. They like to probe and do all this. This was the zestiest Jeffrey interview of all time. Let's watch him ask Scottie Pippen who he would pick in an all-time draft.
Okay, so maybe let me play this game in a different way with you. You're an NBA owner, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play a game called NBA Draft Pick.
Yeah.
Who's your number one draft pick to put a team together?
Which era?
Any era. Today, to play today, who do you pick as your number one draft pick?
In today's era player, I'll take Wembanyama, the young player with San Antonio.
So your all-time to pick your number one draft pick, you pick Wemby 1. Wow. Who's 2?
Well, you saying now, so I got to look at this era and say, hey, this kid young, he's got 1 year. Yeah.
So you think Wemby
I'll develop him.
You think Wemby in this era does better than Michael would do in this era?
Well, you asked me this era. That's why I asked
I got you.
Which
then do
era
all
you
time.
asked
I'm
me
sorry,
to
do
pick
all
from.
time.
Do all time. Then I'm going to pick my era. I'm going to pick the team that won 6 titles.
Is Scotty on drugs? Like, he clearly didn't ask him.
It's pretty simple. It's a simple question. Like I said, Scotty was all over the place. He
All-time
confused
draft,
himself.
who would you pick first? No limits. He's like,
This one I'm going to give to you because he didn't go to a team concept for today's generation, but when he was asked for an all-time, he changed it from a player to a team. So again, he didn't want to praise Michael, nor discredit Michael, but he was willing to praise Wembanyama.
I think Scotty wildly misunderstood the question.
He didn't. He understood the question.
He understood the question. Y'all ask questions and expect an answer because y'all ask questions that y'all think are rhetorical, meaning that there's supposed to be an obvious answer to the question. And when somebody gives you, when somebody gives you your
Well,
I ask that question all the time.
No, all right, Brandon. Overall, first time draft. Who you picking first overall?
Picking LeBron.
Craig, first time overall draft, first pick overall. Who you picking?
Me? Nah, I'm picking Jordan.
Okay. Travis, overall first draft all time, who you picking?
Kareem.
Okay. John, overall draft first time, who you picking? First pick overall.
LeBron James.
Okay, I'm picking LeBron James. You see how easy that is? He just said Wemby. That's it. That's his choice. He's picking Wemby. And he gave a good explanation.
He even said he didn't mean that. If you just talking about all time, even though he said all time like 5 times.
And that's when he backtracked. He's gonna pick his Bulls. He didn't say I'm gonna pick Jordan. I'm gonna pick the Bulls. So the guy wouldn't accept that answer because that's not an answer. They want the obvious answer. We want you to pick a player. Stop doing this, Scotty. Why are you backtracking? So he asked Scotty again, who would you pick, Michael Jordan or Wemby?
Who's your number 1 draft pick? Player.
I'm gonna pick Michael.
Okay. Who's your 2?
I'm gonna pick me.
I agree. Who's your 3? To put a team that wins, who's your 3?
I'm gonna pick Dennis or Horace Grant, whichever era.
I see what you're doing. I see. Okay, so let's just say Dennis is 3. Who's your 4?
Don't matter. Give me anybody. I'll take you.
So let me get this straight. So your mindset is you, Michael, and Dennis will beat any team that anybody puts together.
We did it for 3 years.
Twice.
No, I did it with Horace the first time. But yeah, me and Michael did it
that's
for
right.
6.
That's right. That's fair enough. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's why he said Dennis or Horace. Okay. But if you're, and I want to qualify this because to me, that could still be a safe space answer because you're still saying that I'm picking us against anybody else. Right.
I'm picking the greatest team against anybody.
Yeah, but when you say you're the greatest of all time in the GOAT debate, that's still saying that you're ahead of Michael. So your position is still in the game of NBA, you're the greatest of all time all around.
I'm speaking from a team standpoint.
That's why Scotty teammates love him, right there.
Oh my God!
That's the reason.
I'm speaking from. He's like, I'm speaking from a team standpoint. He's like, if you ask me to pick a team to win, I'm gonna pick my team because I know I can win with my team.
Been consistent.
And imagine it's his team. It ain't Jordan's team. It's my team, son. That's what Scotty's telling y'all. Again, he takes shots at Jordan the whole time. He takes shots at Jordan this whole time. The guy kept probing him. He was like, man, give me Dennis Rodman. You really gonna pick Dennis Rodman 3rd all time?
People who don't know people who didn't know who Horace Grant was before that interview, they looked up Horace Grant and found out he got 4 championships. Horace Grant going to appreciate that plug right there, and that's why Scottie Pippen teammates always love. If you watch The Last Dance, people will tell you Scotty was the leader of the team. The Bulls teammates said Scotty was the leader. Scotty was the leader. They all said it.
Scotty could be the leader. Jordan just went to win.
Yeah, I got it. No doubt. Hey, Craig, you're 100% right. You're 100%
I know
right.
one thing, that team won't win versus players today. I know that one.
That's a fact.
Here we go with the hypotheticals.
That's what he's doing. He's giving a hypothetical. All-time draft is a hypothetical. The all-time draft is a hypothetical, Craig.
All-time draft.
And we're gonna do that, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna be doing that. We are gonna be doing an all-time NBA draft with us here on the panel, and we're gonna also include GOAT James King. We're gonna also include GOAT James King members. We're trying to set this up, so we're gonna do that. But again, Craig, this is all hypothetical because Jordan fans can't be realistic. Because realistically, Jordan ain't the GOAT.
That's your opinion.
Yeah,
so the NBA says otherwise, you can hold that opinion to yourself.
So, all right. So as you can see, he's trying to back Scotty in the corner, and like he said, he told Scotty, man, you should run for office because you really not letting me put you in a corner. You really not trying. So he says, you know what? We gonna end all this draft talk. He's like, who's better, you or Pippen? I mean, he says, who's better, Pippen or Bron? He's like, who's better, you or Bron? So let's watch him talk about. Let's watch Scottie Pippen talk about how he's better than LeBron James.
Would you put yourself ahead of LeBron as a team standpoint?
My success as a team is more successful than LeBron. I got 6 rings.
If I speak from an NBA standpoint, owner, and I want to find an all-around player to be my number 1, you think the average owner is going to pick you or LeBron?
I don't know.
Got it. Okay. So that...
You want individual accolades or you want championships? Because I didn't chase mine.
Okay.
Damn, that was a whole bunch of that was a Uzi. Little bang, bang, bang.
Scotty
You
was
on
not.
stats, you on
Scotty
championship.
was not.
I mean,
like I said, he dropped the care package.
I mean, the easiest thing for him to say is, who would you pick? Who would a general manager pick, you or Robert Horry? That's the answer. That's the question to actually ask. That's the question to ask Scotty. And of course,
he said, I don't know.
him.
He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know. Meaning, like, yeah, he don't think nobody's picking him over LeBron.
No, I'm
only
just
him.
saying. He said, who's better, him or LeBron? He says because he's won more. But the question to ask him, who's better, you or Robert Horry? Because it's clearly Scottie Pippen's a much better player. But Robert Horry has 7 rings, and he's 7-0. And that's the way to ask. Like, I guess they don't know how to really get people, but that's the way to really get people who have 4 titles, is to bring someone else other than someone who played in it, like LeBron James, who has 4 rings. And then, just like he said, Wilt Chamberlain is better than Bill Russell, even though Bill Russell has 11 rings to his 2. You have to trap Scotty into saying that.
Yeah, but Scotty didn't say that. That's the whole point. Because Scotty asked him. He said Wilt Chamberlain. Because Scotty was telling him there was no GOAT before the 90s. There was nobody. That's what Gilbert Arenas
I've been hearing all through this podcast.
Yeah, in 89 was when Jordan was put on the cover as the GOAT. 1989. And you, Craig, you said 88.
Pippen never seen that. Pippen was blind-eyed. He'd never heard.
So like I said, he never paid attention to it.
But the schedule on the Bulls roster.
Like I said, he never paid attention to it.
He was trying to
Scotty
start.
for Marcus, they probably didn't even have a newspaper.
He was trying to make the starting lineup in '89. You got to remember that. That was his second year.
Oh, now he's trying to scout at '89. But all I know, in '88, he's the reason why Jordan made it out the first round. Now he's trying to get a spot in '89.
He was playing the game. He was playing the game.
But it doesn't stop there, though, ladies and gentlemen. Craig, it doesn't stop there. So since Scottie Pippen was willing to say that he was better than LeBron, he's going to ask him, do you think you're better than Michael Jordan?
And that's an argument that LeBron went to Miami. He went back to Cleveland to win with Kyrie, and then he went back to LA to win with Anthony Davis. Michael never had teammates like that, and you had Michael as a teammate. But in this specific context, Scotty, I think this is very important because I'm really trying to understand your position. Is specific with you against Michael. You're still saying Michael's the greatest of all time, but maybe you're saying you're the greatest teammate of all time. Would that be a better way of qualifying it?
I would say, if you want to say it that way. But again, team sports to me, there's no GOAT. There's great teams. But as an individual, you got to go to individual sports.
Yeah, I think okay, so maybe.
Hey, Scotty left Buddy speechless.
See, the thing is, Jordan said the same thing. He said he subscribed it, and then he would say, well, who's the greatest team of all time? And then he showed off his ring, the 96 Bulls, 91 Bulls. So him and Scotty think alike.
No, basically he said you could call Jordan the GOAT, but I'm not gonna call Jordan the GOAT.
I mean, that's like, I'm not like mad at someone saying that because, I mean, to a degree it is a team sport, but I mean, like, that's when you're
mad.
You say
you're
that.
You're mad, Travis. You're mad.
I'm not
Travis.
mad.
You're mad. You're mad.
At that point, like, you disqualify yourself from ever having to take about who's the greatest or how they rank ever again. Like, you can't just say that. Like, he's going to double down some other time about, he's the greatest. So you can't ever talk rankings if that's your opinion.
Hey, we're not gonna have a chat bomb today, but if Travis did see this before today's show, he would be like, "We definitely having a chat bomb on."
Oh, that would be
great. But again, the guy wants
to figure out what Scottie Pippen was so great on offense with to say he was a two-way player. I'm trying to figure out what
Scotty. Listen, Scotty doesn't stop. Again, the guy kept probing Scotty. Scotty does not stop.
For a career, he's 16, 6, and 5. Like I'm trying to figure out what
taking
is the
shots.
offensive
Here we
side.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The MJ delegates in the building. But again,
I'm
he kept
just trying
probing.
to figure out.
Again, he kept probing. Again, the guy
I would
couldn't
rather him say LeBron is the GOAT to say he's like.
Again, Scotty doesn't have a GOAT. Scotty doesn't think anybody's the GOAT, right? So let's let Scotty continue because again, the guy is perplexed. He doesn't know what to do. Scotty, he's been trying to back Scotty into a corner, and Scotty's been saying, and he, again, y'all say he's been back talking, but he's been standing 10 toes down about how there is no GOAT. So let's let the interview continue. Again, this is on PBD podcast, and it's also on Valuetainment channel on YouTube. This was a 2-hour interview with Scottie Pippen talking about the GOAT debate and basically just opening up about everything, including himself, the Bulls, the Last Dance. You should watch it. It's a great interview. And if you're a Michael Jordan fan, you'll love it. If you're a LeBron fan, you also gonna love it because he dropped some gems. So let's let Scottie Pippen continue explaining why there is no GOAT.
It's not even worth talking about.
The two of them.
When you ask who's better, LeBron or Michael, you can't ask me who's the GOAT between LeBron and Michael. Neither one of them are GOATs. They both won differently. You can't put them at the top of the pinnacle. Magic Johnson, to me, is a bigger GOAT than anybody because of how he led, how he brought a whole team, how when the greatest scorer in the game, Kareem, was not there, and him as a rookie
center
steps in and plays a position that no one even knew he could play. That's transcending what you can do as a player.
There is no GOAT, but Magic Johnson is the closest GOAT to me. Like,
or himself, or call me the GOAT. Like he's basically trying to say an all-around player makes you the GOAT. Being an all-around player, but again, that's that guy's problem. That guy, he keeps probing him. Scotty said it multiple times. There is no GOAT in a team sport. There is none. That's Scotty's true final stance.
Except for Magic Johnson in his rookie year. That's the only GOAT moment.
Or Scotty, or Scottie Pippen with his 6 rings. Like he said, I played the game the right way. I played both sides. Magic didn't play both sides.
He
Magic wasn't a two-way player.
More points to him. And more assists to him.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Magic could be better than him offensively, but Magic wasn't good defensively. Scotty was still good offensively. No matter what y'all say, Scotty was a good offensive player.
Yeah, he was a good offensive player, but Scotty is talking about someone who has to be a two-way player. Then he say Magic is the greatest because he jump ball.
He plays
in
finals. He did, yeah. From what I understand, he did not play center that game or against Daryl Dawkins. He just jumped ball. He just did
it just Scotty doesn't really know the history of the NBA as well. We could see that.
None of these players do.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't know the history.
You know, it's fine. You know, the thing that I just didn't like of
Come
him
on now
saying
to the George fan side. See how Pippen for what he really is.
I mean, the reason Scotty only said LeBron was greater than Jordan because of what he did with it statistically. Like that's the only reason he said LeBron's the GOAT. He didn't say it was about what he said what LeBron James does on the floor, which everyone knows he does more than Michael Jordan on the floor. So that's not really something that we could get mad at Scotty about for saying because it is what it is. But for him to say that LeBron James for his career, all he does is just get drives like wide open lanes to the hole, and that wouldn't happen in the 90s. I don't know why he's saying these weird things now, like LeBron just started playing basketball in 2020.
To save his era, to save the legacy of the 90s.
But you know, the Pistons didn't just let LeBron James drive to the hole. Exactly. The big Boston didn't let him do it. The Spurs didn't let him do it. Exactly. I mean,
Chicago didn't let him do it.
Golden State was the best defensive team in the league. They didn't let him do it.
The Pacers didn't let him do it.
Y'all still think Pippen better than Wade?
Yeah.
For career-wise, yeah. Just because he said weird things don't mean he's not great.
That's true.
He's not great.
He ain't get no final phase, but he won championships. Wade got both.
Someone has Magic as their GOAT. I mean, but He's not consistent with his. I mean, that's my only
Yeah,
issue.
yeah, just like he's not consistent. Yeah, right. He's just not consistent. That's the
He
problem.
doesn't have a criteria. You know, he's just
Oh.
saying things off the cuff. Whatever.
All right. Well,
Don't
okay. Wait.
take.
Okay. If y'all thought he was taking shots at LeBron, he gonna take a shot at Jordan. See, Craig was brought up about what Dwayne Wade did without LeBron. Well, in Scottie Pippen's eyes, he would have done the same thing without Michael Jordan.
The Bulls get. Can you go to the 87 draft? Go to the 1980. What a game we're playing here. 1987 NBA draft. Zoom in. Okay, so where are you picked? You're number 5. Okay, so Michael and the team, they pick up Kenny Smith. Obviously, it's not up to him, but say you go to somehow, some way, you end up with the Atlanta Hawks, and Kenny Smith goes to the Bulls. How many championships do you guys win at the Hawks, and how many championships does Michael win without you going there?
I still get my 6.
Stop it, Scotty.
3-3. I thought you knew.
I know the number. Trust me, I know the number. So you'd win 6, you're saying?
Yes.
How many does Michael win?
Maybe he may be somewhere with LeBron, 2-3 somewhere. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get my 6.
So you, Wilkins, Dominique, say Michael gets Michael, Horace, and Kenny. You're still getting your 6.
Yeah, they can't stop me. Who gonna stop me then?
That is such an interesting conversation that we just went into.
He took shots at Jordan. He basically said the only person who can stop me is Michael Jordan because that's the only person that's gonna take more shots than me.
That's wild. You thought it
What
that way.
team
I
would
thought
you
it
be
was
the alpha on
entirely
this, Scotty?
different. I thought he had 7 years without Michael. I'm still waiting for his 7 championship ceremony. I'm trying to.
Yeah, and when he played without Michael, he was the leading scorer. Leading scorer on that team. Again, when he went to Portland, no, that was different. That's the tail end of his career. But in his prime, he was the leading scorer. No one could stop him. Like
He averaged one more point without Jordan than he did with Jordan.
How? I thought you said he averaged 16 points per game. Well, how did he only average? He didn't average 17 points per game in 94 and 95.
No, he averaged 22. The year prior, it was 21.
Okay, so that's
That was
more than
his
1
best
point
year with
compared to
Mike, though.
16. That was his best years without Mike.
He got rid of a player taking 30 shots a game to average 1 more point without him.
How? What's 1 more point? What you mean? I don't understand. I thought he averaged 16.
I said he has more. Yeah, he did for a career, but there's specific seasons where he did average 20. Like I said, he averaged 20 more times with Jordan than he did without Jordan. That's why he only averaged 16 for a career.
So now we're going outside of the career of Scottie Pippen.
For the career on the Bulls, he averaged 18 for the career on the Bulls. He averaged 18 as a Bull.
No, but and for a career, I got 6 championships. That's what he said. Man, I got 6 championships, and I'll still get it without Mike. That's what he said. That's what I got, son. Ain't nobody stopping me. Not Mike. Nobody. I'm winning 6 championships.
Shit, the Mike can say the same thing because he got 6 championships. Ain't nobody stopping him.
Scotty isn't talking about just scoring. That's the thing. He's just not talking about scoring. He's just talking about his game.
Scotty, basically, Scotty's saying, I don't need to score 30 points per game to win 6 championships, and y'all don't like it.
And
he's taking shots at Jordan.
Average 7 assists to win 6 championships.
No, he just needs Scottie Pippen. He just needs Scottie Pippen.
And Scottie Pippen needs Michael Jordan.
That's not what Michael Jordan said. That's not what Scottie Pippen said. Scottie Pippen said, I don't need Jordan.
Scottie Pippen get his 7th championship, we
why he gotta get 7? Jordan, why can't he get 7? Jordan didn't even get 1 winning season without Scottie.
Jordan's not sitting here saying he would have done this without so and so.
Exactly, Scotty is saying this. Scotty's letting you know that that's how it is. I'm winning 6
had
without
chances
Jordan.
to do what he said he could do.
No,
he said Scotty thinks Scotty thinks Jordan won because of him. Simple as that.
Exactly. It's simple as
Jordan
that.
won because of him.
Because of him, exactly. That's what he just said. I'm still getting my 6. He said, I'm still getting my 6. He said he's getting his 6 with Clyde Drexler. He said he's getting his 6. Like, that's what he said. And he said that Michael Jordan couldn't win 6 with Barkley. He said Michael Jordan definitely won't win 6 with Kenny Smith. And he said, and the only way Jordan could have won 6 if he had Karl Malone. That's basically what he said in the interview.
But he played with Drexler and he played with Barkley and won 0 chips. So he's the proof that you're right.
Drexler wasn't on that team. Drexler wasn't on that team in '99.
Drexler retired in '98.
I know,
right?
exactly.
'99.
Yeah, no, he wasn't on the '99 Houston Rocket team. He was not.
Scotty's on Stiffy and Sticks rings. unless he's drafted. What's he gonna? Like maybe he's drafted to like the '88 Rockets.
No,
or
Scotty got
something.
Scotty got 6 rings. So don't be disrespectful. Scotty got 6 rings.
So
I told you that.
So he
I mean,
might
He said Jordan would have.
another 30
He
point
said
score.
without Scotty
Scotty
If he went
got-
to Atlanta, he'd be
Scotty
playing
got
with another
6
30-point
rings.
score.
He told
Scotty,
you, I
Scotty
played the
believed
game
they
right.
could win without Jordan.
If I was Scottie Pippen, I'd be a little bit more grateful if I got carried to 6 rings. So
He doesn't believe that. That's your bad.
He thinks he's the reason they won.
6
Yeah,
rings.
he thinks he's the reason.
stay in your lane,
That's all
Scotty.
it is.
He
Stay
said
in your
stay in your
lane.
lane. Now he got to stay in his lane. When he said for us to stay in our lane about LeBron and Jordan, the GOAT debate, for us to stay in our lane, you were fine with that. But now he got to stay in his lane. Huh? Now he got to
He's
stay in
a
his lane.
cauldron of bad takes. I love it.
Oh, it doesn't stop there. Because again, the guy was so curious about Michael Jordan, and he's going to prove to you why Michael Jordan really couldn't win no championships without Scottie Pippen, because Scottie Pippen kept the Bulls together. Because he's going to ask him about Michael Jordan being a teammate.
Who was close to Michael on the team? Him and BJ were close. I mean, when he came back to that one practice when BJ and him speaking and saying, "Hey, come and shoot a little bit."
I don't know about that one, but if you say so.
Well, no, listen, if I'm saying it, I'm just saying it because
Yeah,
I read about it. I don't know if I have the credibility of having been there. I just read about it.
Yeah. I mean, there were times when guys that were brought in that kind of bonded with Michael, Sam Vinson, Darrell Walker, but those were veteran players that had been around him probably previously, probably from college. But as far as players that he played with in the 90s, he didn't really bond with players on that team.
But I thought he was good friends with Oakley. I thought him and Oakley were very
Oakley
good.
wasn't on that team.
But Oakley from the beginning era when he was coming up. Wasn't Oakley one of his teammates when they got rid of him? He was upset about it because he liked Oakley and they had a friendship together.
Yeah, that's the story that's was told, but
Yo, the man said, what about Charles Oakley? He doesn't know that because Charles Oakley wasn't even on the team. The man said the 90s specifically, that's what they do. Like, he couldn't help thinking like, damn, Jordan really don't have no friends, nobody on the team like Michael Jordan.
Y'all keep thinking this in your employment. You're supposed to be friends with your coworkers. Y'all really think that?
In basketball, yeah, chemistry matters. Without
Man,
chemistry, you're
I
not going
mean,
to win.
Jordan-
They had enough
Jordan-
chemistry. They was successful.
Because of Scottie
They had
Pippen.
enough
Because
to
of
do
because
their
of Scottie.
job.
Because of Scottie Pippen. Because of Scottie
This
Pippen.
is one reason why Scottie Pippen thinks he's the greatest player. Because of this as well. Like,
Because
Scottie
he went to dinner
Pippen,
with his teammates. Like that's
he believed he's a better teammate. He believed when Jordan struggled, he was the reason that they won. He believed that Michael Jordan before him was a terrible player. He didn't play team ball. And when Scottie started being more of a point forward, they start winning. Like, Scottie believed these things to be true in his mind.
You know,
Because
he
he played on the court with him. Yeah, because he played on the court with him.
No, because he said, I played the game the right way. I played the
That's
game
what
the
it
right
is.
way.
Is there
That's what
a
he
way
believes.
Is there a right way to play basketball? I thought that the right way
Yeah,
to
there
play
is.
basketball
Yes,
results
there is.
into the
There's
results
results.
that you want.
Those,
Yeah,
no,
he won
those
three
results
titles.
are led.
That's
The results
what I'm saying.
those results are predicated on you playing the game the right way. You're not going to get the results of
So he only
success
played the right
without
way
playing.
for 6 years, like Jordan did.
No, he didn't, because he has more winning seasons than Jordan. He's been more successful than Jordan in the game of basketball as
He
far as
believes
winning.
Jordan
He has
didn't
better
play the
results
right
than
way.
Jordan.
Yeah, he believed Jordan didn't play the right way, and he played the right way, and that's why they won. He believes
Exactly.
that the way he plays, he can win anywhere.
He said, I don't think you heard this one because you came to the show a little bit late. This is what he said about playing the game the right way and why he think he's the greatest player ever. If you really going to talk about why you mad at him, because like he said, I'm the greatest player ever.
You saying I want to be remembered as the greatest of all time. How much of that was really what you believed in? How much of that was you trying to sell a book? And how much of that was somebody behind closed doors flattering you, saying you didn't get enough credit for what you did during the Chicago's run?
you know the reason why I say stuff like that is because when you play the game the way that I played it, you play on both ends. Why can't I say that?
Oh, that's okay. You can say that.
So
No
yeah.
one's saying you can't say
Yeah,
that.
and say it and mean it.
Oh, so you
know
do
what
believe that?
I'm saying? Yeah. Look at the stats. I got 6 rings too. Look at my accolades. I got defensive player, all NBA. So playing the game the right way and winning means something to me, and it meant a lot to me. I don't have the MVPs, but guess what? Somebody that was with me got it.
Would you say
I didn't have the final MVP, but hey, we won the championship.
Sound like Kobe. You sound like he making a case for Kobe.
He's saying what he's saying. He said what he said.
Kobe could say the same thing.
He said what he said. Yeah.
He believes the way he played the game was correct. He was good on both sides of the ball, and if that's the case, that can make me the GOAT. But in reality, there is no GOAT because it's a team sport, and when it comes to playing a team sport, nobody played it better than me. That's how he feels.
Is there such a thing as good? Chat is wild today. I have a segment for the chat. Chat handle Lord of the Fifth. That's actually Kobe 824.
Oh,
Just spamming dumb questions and dumb takes. I'm way above that. Handle my lightweight for me. You guys should be all over that. Rap God, there is such thing as a GOAT. It's Michael Jordan. Most of us have our criteria. Scotty probably does too, but he just not.
Let's start here, Travis. Let me ask you a question. Do you think LeBron was chasing championships because of Scotty or because of Michael Jordan?
I don't think LeBron was chasing rings. I mean, I think that when you're in a situation like when money's no longer an issue, right, and you're a competitor, I think that you want to give yourself a chance to win. And like I was a fan. I didn't really care where he went. Like he won. Everyone has their own opportunities. I mean, you could say he was ring chasing. I don't really. Even if he was,
it's like putting a game genie code. It's like putting a game genie in a game and setting it on hard. And
well, I mean, even if he was chasing rings, it's not gonna. Even if he eventually was chasing rings, that's not gonna diminish his place. That's not gonna diminish his place in history. I mean, like Michael Jordan. You tell me if Scottie Pippen hadn't come along, Michael Jordan wouldn't have forced a trade by like 90, 91. If Pippen hadn't been developing an all-star, or if he hadn't had like the defensive juggernaut. Like as soon as he like started winning titles and whatnot, like Michael Jordan absolutely would have asked for more help or demanded a trade. Like there's no way he would, like his ego demanded that. Like same thing with LeBron. I mean, I think he went to where he had the best chance, and I'm holding that against him. But it's not part of my training.
Don't forget, Michael Jordan did ask the Bulls to trade Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen.
And not to mention, Michael Jordan did ask for a trade in 1989 as well.
I mean, this narrative of LeBron chasing ring is pretty ridiculous because he just wanted to play with competent players. That's all that is.
Well, especially the first time. I mean, because it was.
You know, Galskis was an all-star before he got there. While he was out there, and damn near he would have been after. He took him to Miami with him. How you gonna ask for help and you gonna take the team that you left? You gonna bring players on that team with you? What was the point of leaving?
He only brought one player.
Was somebody who's gonna sit on the bench and
we gonna
play.
Leave together. I'm gonna leave the help and bring the help with me because I had no help. How do that make sense?
he was the help on the bench. Yeah, he was a lot of help. He was a lot of help.
They had the best. They had the best record in the league the previous 2 years. But I mean, it's like, do you want to play in Cleveland the entire time? It's just like
whatever his motivation. We are the record no be nothing.
Okay, shit, but I mean, whatever your motivations are.
Team all the fucking time, and that's why he the GOAT. But now the records don't mean nothing.
Yeah, what?
The season record means absolutely nothing. I mean, if that's the case, why have a playoffs if the team with the best record in the regular season is going to be the champion? Like, that rarely ever happens.
I mean, y'all say the records don't mean nothing when they lose, but it means something
in the regular season. In the regular season, like that does not mean
that all I hear is 73-9. He beat a 70-win team. That record matters, or unless he would have just said y'all win the finals. No, y'all make sure y'all emphasize the 73 wins in that finals. Y'all just say he won the finals in 2016. Y'all say he won and he beat a 73-win team. So yes, records does matter.
Don't forget the MVP.
Actually, what I said that he came back from the biggest deficit in the
Well,
finals,
you said
and he led all
Yeah,
players
that's what
in
I
all
say.
major statistical categories.
no.
73 wins don't mean anything because they didn't win the title. That's why they have the playoffs. If that's the case, Golden State would have been the NBA champions, but that's not the case because you have the playoffs.
As I said, all I've been hearing is he came back 3-1 from a 73 win
Yeah.
team, the most wins in regular season history. That's why I hear.
That was an amazing accomplishment, something that
I-
no one
it is.
could
I
ever
agree.
do.
Also,
I mean,
you
no one could ever
also
do.
hear that
I
they came
agree.
back
So
from
record
3-1
does
lead.
matter because if it was a
So
47
you also
win
hear
team
they
that
come
came back
back
from
from 3-1
3-1,
lead.
it wouldn't have been a big
Don't
deal. He
forget that
shouldn't have
part.
been in. I wouldn't have said he shouldn't have been been down 3-1 against a 47 win team.
He shouldn't have been, but it
Okay,
doesn't
then,
matter.
so records matter. Like
You're just saying it doesn't matter. So it matters if you're the number one team in the league
it
and
matters.
the playoffs don't
Period.
matter.
You
The playoffs
play
do
to
not
win.
matter.
You
Just the
play to
number
be the
one
number
team.
one seed.
So what are you saying? So what are you saying? So it matters
So
that they're number one team and the playoffs don't
It
matter?
matters, but it matters because you have to win. You have to win those games to be the number one seed. You have to be good to win a certain amount of
But does that
games to
matter
be a
in the
number one
playoffs,
seed.
Craig? Does
Shit
that
just
matter
happens.
in the playoffs? Does that matter in the playoffs?
It does matter in the playoffs. Your seeding matters. It's all about matchups.
So just as long as you're the number one seed in like the East,
Hey, all I know is when
the title don't matter. Is that what you're saying? As long
No.
as you're the number one seed in the East, the NBA title do not matter.
No, as long as you're the number one seed, that means you have a higher chance of winning the title. No one says a 8th seed team is destined to win the title. No one says a 7th seed team is going to win the championship. No one says that. So
Okay,
yes,
but what
record
matters
does
the most? What matters the most? The NBA title or being the number one seed in the East or West? Which one matters the most?
So you missing my point. You just
No, that's the point I've been making. It matters what you do in the playoffs. It doesn't matter what you do in the regular season if you're not going to win.
But
you could
give
be the number
yourself
one
a better
seed in
chance
the
to win
East.
in the playoffs by how you succeed
Okay,
in the
but the
season.
playoff is when you win the games. Like, did it matter yesterday that the Lions was the number one seed in the NFC? Of course not, because you have to play the games to the playoffs.
No, of course not,
They're
because
going
you got
home.
Jared Goff. You knew he was going.
No, because the regular season does not matter once you get to the
So
playoffs.
you
Everyone
never
has a
heard no
clean
one
slate.
saying Detroit is a Super Bowl contending team or nothing
Yes, they
because of
did.
the season play. You never
And
heard
then they got to
anything
the
about.
playoffs,
You never
and
heard
look what
Washington.
happened.
No one
They
never
got
said
to the
nothing.
playoffs, and look what happened. That's what I'm saying. It matters what you do in the playoffs.
Yes, but you still got to
The
make the
Detroit
playoffs by
Lions
having
was
a great
Super Bowl
record.
Yes.
champion.
Like, what the
You don't have to have the best record to win the title.
I didn't
That's
say
what I'm
anything
saying.
about
You
the.
do
I'm
not.
just saying about the 73 wins. That's what
Yeah,
I was saying.
they had a great regular season, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't win the title.
So why
Just
do
like if the
people keep
Bulls would have
saying the
lost.
3-1 against the greatest team of all time, the 73-9
I thought you
Warriors?
told-
Why do
I
if you
thought you
believe
told
they
us-
wasn't
I
great
thought you
because
told
they
us,
didn't win
Craig,
the
not to
title,
listen to
then
those
what
people.
makes them great about what was so
You're,
great?
you're trying to make an argument that you don't believe, Craig. That's all that is. You're trying to make an
What do you
argument.
mean?
No,
They won
no, because
73.
no,
What LeBron did
no,
in 2016
but
was
Craig-
great.
Craig told us
But
not to
Craig,
listen
the
to
Craig,
those
the
people.
only Craig,
You make an argument you don't believe.
Correct. No, you no. The problem is that this is how they do it. They basically saying that we use the 73 win team, but we don't use it like Brandon is saying. What we use is what the factors that Brandon used. But when you guys like to bring up 60 win teams, not you guys, but when they like to bring up 60 win teams in the debate, Craig, that's when we can use. But we got the 73 win Warriors that LeBron beat. Because in reality, that's basically
they say that this the whole 20. They were saying it in 2016.
Hey, Craig, who is they?
I could say
that?
my coworkers when I was working that
Your
all they
coworkers?
cared about was he beat a 73 win team. No one could say
Craig don't play
nothing.
no game.
Craig be on it, boy. Let me get the super chat in right
Y'all
quick.
keep
He said
thinking I'm
my
like 20
coworkers.
years old. Like, I've been talking about this for years. I've been going through this for years.
Yo, let's give a shout out to
Craig was
Darnell
out of
Ice.
his coworkers.
Goat James Kingdom member, he says Gauskas was an all-star by default in 06, which was 05 actually, wasn't 06. Besides him, Shaq was the only center voted in. I think that was a factor as well. There wasn't that many good centers in 05. and I think that's why he got voted in, and that's why they kind of changed it from centers to back to actually like backcourt. And
Damn, they never had to do that in the 90s.
They had to do a lot in the 90s. Scotty was wrong. When Scotty was talking about how they made it hard to play defense in the 2000s after his career, he lied when he talked about the restriction area in the for charges. That was in the 90s. They did that in '97 season. So he tried to make it seem like that was something they did in the 2000s, but in reality, they did that in his era in the 90s. They did a lot of things to help the offense.
He averaged
in the
20
90s.
points per game. The '97 season, he averaged 20 points per game.
I don't think '97. I think it was
Yes,
93.
it was.
You sure about that?
Yes, Scottie Pippen averaged 20 points in the '97 season.
Regular season?
Mm-hmm.
All right, see, that's how good Michael Jordan's teammates was. See, that's how Jordan won 6 championships. Like we told y'all, Jordan got to thank all those
I
teammates.
said he had more seasons averaging 20 with Jordan than he did without him.
I know, but that's fine. He feels he would have won
He
6
played
without
his whole
Jordan.
prime with Jordan.
You right.
He said he
kinda
went in
great
6.
for someone that could average 20 more times with a 30 field goal attempt per game teammate more than he could without one.
Yeah, he
That
feel he
takes a
could.
lot of skills.
He think he can win with averaging 20 points per game. He's fine with that. He can do that. Jordan can't do that.
And also for Craig, you said Big Z. They took their other best player. Big Z only started 6 games in that
Don't
season in
matter. You can't
2010,
say I'm
averaged
leaving
7
this
points
team
per
because I
game.
don't have enough help, and then bring the help with you from that team.
And he averaged 1.7 points in the playoffs
You can't
in
do
2010.
that. You can't say he left Cleveland because he had no help, and then the first
Well,
move they make
Jordan-
is bring.
He averaged
why
1
not?
point a game,
Players from
Craig.
that
Oh, wait.
He averaged
So
1
Eric-
point a game, Craig.
Well,
Craig,
why did he go to Miami?
Craig, why
He
did
averaged 1 point a game.
Craig, why didn't Jordan bring up Scottie Pippen to the Wizards?
Because Pippen was under contract with another team.
Well, Gauss wasn't under contract, so LeBron James made sure he got a
But they
contract.
played together that previous season. Jordan didn't play with Pippen that previous season.
Oh my God!
He-
Hey,
Previous year he played with Pippen.
all right, we putting the link up for GOAT James Kingdom members, but we'll also let up one caller at a time. And since we got Blue Boat in the building, shout out to Blue Boat, a GOAT James Kingdom supporter and always around, and obviously the Lord of GOAT James Kingdom. On a Sunday afternoon, we do the Lord's work. What up, Blue Boat? What you got for today's conversation regarding Scottie Pippen and that interview that he had?
Salute to everybody on the panel, man. Johnny, B. Lee, Travis, King John, Craig, of course. Everybody, man. I kind of checked it out this morning on. I was in the gym working out, and I kind of like try to decipher it, man, because I ain't gonna lie. Scotty been on some weird stuff lately, man. You know what I mean? This whole thing about GOATs debates, and then he flip-flops back and forth and all that stuff. Like, I think the text of it all this is, he feels that he should be in that conversation with LeBron and Mike. Because he looks at Mike, you know what I mean, because he thinks that he had just as much an impact on those Bulls teams as he did and all that stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was a big Scotty fan myself, but the way he played both ends of the court, the way he covered the perimeter, he guarded the perimeter, he played the passing lanes and all that, you know, who does that remind you of? The two-way play and all that stuff. Who did that remind you of right now, for all time? Yeah. So now, to get into the LeBron aspect of it, he feels like LeBron is getting all this adulation and praise, right? He feels as though he was a predecessor of all that. Even though Magic, you know, you could make a case for Magic, but like you said, Magic wasn't a solid defender, you know? So it's like, he feels in his mind that he should be more adulation, has more adulation and praise. He should receive more adulation and praise in that regard, in the same lane as LeBron, you know, because he was the first, you know. And I think with the GOAT debate, what he meant to say about that is, like, back in the 80s. See, I think that guy, what was that guy's name? PD or something like that? I wasn't sure. What's that guy?
PBD podcast. I think his name is Paul. I think his first name is Paul something.
PDD podcast. He kept prodding. You could tell he kept prodding Scotty of certain questions. You could tell by the interview, Scotty was getting very annoyed by the questions he was asking, especially he was trying to get him to say Jordan was the GOAT or something like overpraise Mike. You know what I mean? right? And while he's standing there, you can tell he was kind of getting annoyed. But back to being Scotty, I feel like it's sort of kind of resentment, not towards LeBron, but the perception, the whole GOAT argument. You know what I mean? Because he feels like he's made an impact both ends of the spectrum. Him being Mike's teammate and having an impact, and him being a precursor to LeBron. And I feel like, I was kind of with him at first, whatever, right? But then he's, like I said, he's been on some weird shit, man. Talking about Michael Jordan was a terrible player. Like, who in their right mind says that shit? Who in their right damn mind says that shit? That's when he lost it, man. I mean, I'm like, well, you played with the man for like 9 years. What would possess you? Well, 10 years. Play with that man for 10 years. I mean, taking out the 2 years. You play with that man for X amount of years. What would have it in your mind to say something asinine as that? I'm at a loss, but I'm kind of trying to, understand. I'm trying to put the bits and pieces together of what he meant and what he meant with the interview and all that stuff. But I do agree, like, more of a team emphasis needs to be considered when you talk about this whole GOAT thing. You know what I mean? Because it's all part of a process. But what I think was when he compared Mike and LeBron, I think he prefers Mike's peak and dominance over LeBron's staying greatness, longevity, and everything. But it's like apples and oranges. But yet it's the same. It's effectively the same. I mean, it's like nobody's gonna win like 6-0. Nobody's gonna go 6-0. I feel like you don't have to be 6-0 to be considered in the GOAT thing. Because 6-0, that's a team accomplishment. Like you said, Scotty's 6-0. That's why I feel like he thinks he should be in that conversation, though. Because he had an impact on both sides of the spectrum. I mean, that might sound crazy to some of y'all, but I think that's what he's thinking. For me, that's what I'm starting to pick up from it. And then too, and like I said, the interviewer just kept prodding him questions, kept prodding him about, asked this certain question about Mike, asked this certain question about the #1 draft pick. When he said Victor Wembanyama, I think it kind of threw him off. I think it kind of threw the guy at PDB off for a loop.
Loophole, who's your first pick all time?
Well, I think it's a 3-way tie between Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Shaq. I mean, that might sound cliche, that might sound strange. I don't know, but either or, you pick them.
You can't have the #1 pick 3 times, man.
If I'd have a slight edge, it'd probably be Michael Jordan. But I wouldn't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, but
you can't go wrong with either 3. But if I had to choose, I would give a slight edge to Mike. But if I had a choice between LeBron or anybody else, I'd pick LeBron.
That's like, I don't get mad. Like, I don't understand why people get mad when I say I would choose LeBron James over any NBA player or basketball player not named Michael Jordan. I don't see how is that a freaking.
I feel the same way. I feel like how is that even like if anything?
How is that a slight or hate on LeBron? Like
it's a slight. It's a
compliment. It's a compliment if you ask me. That means you're saying you take any other player out of the equation, you can pick the first pick. Straight up.
The only time that there's bad takes is when you're trying to elevate other players by tearing down other players. Like you can, I have LeBron too. I have LeBron James too, but I'm never going to put him over certain players by saying, "Hey, these players were flawed," and that's why I have. No, I'm just going to say his career elevates him.
That's the fairest way to do it. His career was slightly better. His career was better than X, Y, and Z. You can do that with any player, past or present or right now. You do that right now. You do that.
All I'm saying is all around players need scorers to win. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if you're an all-around player, that means you can score too, right? Right, Craig?
I mean,
If
I'm
he's an
saying
all-around
Scottie
player.
Pippen didn't score. Scottie Pippen was a scorer. He can be your all-round player.
Scored.
To Scotty's defense, he was kind of a late bloomer, man. You could see the talent was there, but I don't think he got there until like maybe around 89, 90. That's when we started to see Scotty.
I don't think that's a late bloomer. I think that's the normal rate of a player coming to his own. To take about most players takes about 3 years. Their third or fourth season.
Scottie was
into
an
the
NBA
league.
champion in his third season in the league. Like y'all keep.
No, actually it's fourth.
It was his fourth season.
About 87.
He was drafted in '88. At the 87, 88 season.
87.
88.
This is fourth year, Fred.
87, 88.
It was his fourth year. All right, so we appreciate you. One last thing. Did you watch the whole interview, Blue Boat?
Like I said, I watched like bits and pieces of it. Like, when he said the stuff about Wembanyama and when he was going on about like, who is his best teammate and all that stuff. It was like bits and pieces. I heard about it and I went on YouTube here, whatever. And I seen like bits and pieces of it. So I like the stuff he was talking about LeBron and Mike. I kind of like picked that up a little bit, but I was more so about the whole GOAT thing. That's where I was focused on, and the whole #1 draft pick. That's where I was focused on.
I got you.
All right, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, Blue Boat, man. Thank you for joining us, brother. We'll catch you another time. We got some GOAT James Kingdom members up. Appreciate your take on that, brother. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get on to Twin Man. Twin Man is in the building. Shout out to Twin Man. What you got for us today, man? You heard what Scotty had to say. Did you watch the whole interview, Twin Man?
I didn't even know about this interview, but this is the perfect example of why players and former players' opinions shouldn't matter in the GOAT debate. It should be about what their production and what they actually did on the court should weigh the most. Because, like I believe it was King John who said this, Scotty, you're going to run several videos of Scotty saying the complete opposite of what he said. So anytime I hear people try to use other players or former players or even Jordan's peers or LeBron's peers to sit here and say who this GOAT is, I let it go in one end and out the other. It should be about what you did on the court. I believe that at this point, Scotty, he just doesn't want to do as much damage as he did in the beginning of this whole No Bulls tour. I feel like he's trying to get back in Jordan's good graces, in a sense, because he did kind of take shots at him in the interview as well, from what y'all showed. But it seems like he feels slighted because he'll always be relegated to, hey, you were the best #2 option ever.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Hold on, because the guy did ask him when was the last time he spoke to Michael Jordan. He said that Pippen said the last time he spoke to Michael Jordan was around the pandemic in 2020, and he said that was the last conversation they would have. He said that it was basically good and final. So Scottie Pippen said whatever he had to say to Michael Jordan at that time, and he's done with Michael Jordan. So he said whatever situation between him and Mike is over with. It's good and final with. He told Jordan what he had to tell Jordan. Jordan said what he had to say, and it's over with. Like, there is no Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. There's no reunion. That's not even in the works ever. He even asked him if there was going to be a chance between Michael Jordan and Barkley at a restaurant together, or Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen at a restaurant together. He said more than likely it would be Barkley and Jordan besides him and Mike. He said it's good and final between him and Mike. It's like, that's it. It's over with. He don't want to have nothing to do with Michael Jordan ever again.
I think he's done with Jordan.
He's done.
I feel like he feels slighted.
Go ahead, brother. No, he does feel slighted, but he doesn't care about Jordan, because he said him and Jordan never hung out. They were never friends. They never went to dinner after games. None of that stuff.
I feel you, but I still think when people talk about the Chicago Bulls and they try to give Jordan all the credit, he feels slighted, and I don't blame him for feeling slighted. Jordan doesn't win if Jerry Krause doesn't put that team around him. That's real. He doesn't win without Scottie Pippen. He doesn't win without a lot of players on that team, but he definitely doesn't win without Scottie Pippen. So I feel like a lot of this animosity he has comes from him being slighted in history. Like, when they talk about the greatest team of all time, when they sit here and say the Chicago Bulls is the greatest team of all time, they immediately say Jordan. They always run to Jordan, and they don't want to sit here and give the rest of the team credit. And a lot of the players feel slighted by that. I honestly feel like that's the major difference between Jordan and LeBron. Jordan's gonna take all the credit, whereas LeBron's going to credit his teammates. Now, I will say this. What's up?
I got a question for you. Do you think Michael Jordan approved the interviews Scotty does? Because a lot of people never wanted to slight Jordan because they might want Jordan on in the future. Do you think they get approval from Jordan before they put Scotty on their platform?
Could I see it? Yes. I could see something like that being the case, just because, again, we're talking about an icon. We're talking about an iconic figure in sports, period. So I can see that happening. But then, from what I'm getting from the questions, they were heavily slanted to praise Michael Jordan overly the entire time, just from what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
so for me, if I'm Scottie Pippen, I do feel some type of way. Jordan doesn't win these rings without me. He just doesn't. I did all this dirty work, and basically, Jordan's getting all the credit. What great player? Let's put it to you like this: what all-time great doesn't think they're the greatest player of all time? That's why I don't even care that he said that. Give me an all-time great player that don't think they're the greatest player of all time. If you ask Allen Iverson if he's the greatest player of all time, he'd probably tell you yes. And if he says no, that's because he's trying to be humble. These dudes, like, when you're a professional athlete, you're arrogant. Why aren't you? Why wouldn't you be arrogant? You've made it to the pinnacle of your sport. Not many people can sit here and say they've been an NBA player. And Craig, I completely disagree with you. You said all-around players need scorers. I believe scorers need all-around players to win championship. Just ask Michael Jordan. Because if he doesn't have Scotty, he doesn't win nothing.
Well, Scotty didn't have Jordan, didn't win anything either. So, what the fuck?
He won more than Jordan.
They both didn't win without each other. Like,
he won more than Jordan did.
Mind-boggling thing is like,
he won more than Jordan.
Scotty got swept in the first round back-to-back just like Jordan. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
He still won more than Jordan. He still won more than Jordan. He still won more than Jordan.
What we talking about here?
What you mean, Scotty?
He has the most playoff wins. He has the most playoff wins in Bulls history.
First round back-to-back, 2001, 2002.
He has the most Bulls playoff wins in Bulls history.
My bad. You're right.
You have to go with when Pippen was completely out of his prime.
Oh, but out of his prime. Jordan was out of his prime and missed the playoffs. So we y'all love the wisdom talk.
That's definitely how it goes.
Talk. Y'all don't like that Portland talk though. Y'all love the wisdom
we like
talk.
80. We like 87 too. We like 87 too.
I mean, Michael Jordan.
Jordan never.
Everyone. Jordan never what? You said Jordan never what?
I said Jordan never had, as a champion, he never went to the playoffs as a champion and got swept. Like.
I mean, Jordan, he couldn't make it to the championship a lot of times.
You say same thing for Scotty too. That's what Scotty's trying to tell you. Same thing for Scotty.
I'm just saying.
When it comes to winning, anything you say about Jordan, you're gonna have to say about Scotty, but Scotty still did it better.
And that's why he said he couldn't win without Scotty, and y'all just don't want to face the fact that Scotty couldn't win without him either. I'm okay with that.
That's not what Scotty said though. That's not what Scotty said.
That's what happened though. You can't saying and doing is two different things.
I think Scottie Pippen's skill set was uniquely perfect for Michael Jordan because he didn't need the ball. He didn't need to score. He didn't need that. Scotty was fine.
He just didn't need to score. He needed to.
But my point is, when I say he did need the ball, he did need the ball to really score. He knew that his skill set was. Jordan knew that skill set was perfect for him because Scotty's going to guard the best player. Scotty's going to grab a lot of rebounds. He's going to get the steals. He's going to get the blocks. Guess what, Jordan? You can guard the secondary player, and guess what? You can fill up the bucket. So Scotty's uniquely perfect for Michael Jordan's skill set. Not many NBA players can.
Yeah, I would say like Scotty played with Michael Jordan, so he's seen Michael Jordan fail a lot. He watched Michael Jordan fail before he was on the team.
Yep.
Michael Jordan has a lot of terrible playoff games, and Scotty was there. So Scotty can believe what he wants to believe.
I mean,
one more thing. I can understand why Scotty sat here and said that Jordan was a terrible player. I don't think he was talking about skill wise. He was talking about how he played the game, about how he didn't get his teammates involved. That's what I believe Scotty meant when he said he was a terrible player. I don't think
That's
he was
exactly
saying he
what
was a
Scotty meant.
terrible player skill wise. He was a terrible player team basketball wise. That's what
Facts.
I
That's
got
facts.
from when he said that.
That's exactly what Scotty. That's how Scotty talks. So let's let Ishmael in. Real debates. We'll bring you up shortly here. Let's let the GOAT James Kingdom members in. Again, the link is up for anybody who wants to join us. But we are letting GOAT James Kingdom members up first. Shout out to Ishmael in the building. So you heard what we played about Scottie Pippen and his interview. Did you watch the interview, Ishmael?
No, I didn't. I just saw some things on social media. I think Scottie Pippen, and he's funny, man. I think he's just really funny. He just be chatting. He just a lot of babble. Like he flip flops with his opinions and whatnot. I understand when he says there's no GOAT. I mean, even in individual sport, you really can't have one. But it's nice to always back it up, like why you think certain athletes are superior with facts, but it's just like he just really flip flops a lot of stuff that he says, and it's just really funny that he's just so confident in himself the way he looks. Trying to say his career, it just seems it comes off like he regret it. I don't know. I could be just looking at it too hard, but it seemed like he kind of regrets some things that he could have transpired in his career, like maybe he could have scored more. But this whole like comparing careers, to me, it's not even close. I don't really see it. Like if you're talking about,
I think he regrets defending Jordan all this time. That's what I think. I think he regrets that. I think he wish he would have spoke out about Jordan well before. Just now.
I don't know, but it's just like Scotty.
I actually think Scotty wished he never said anything about. To be honest with you, I just think he would have just never mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna ask him though. They've been asking him since back then, since 2008. They've been asking him.
They've been asking Kareem too. He just won't say it. He said they're all great. He could have just stuck it at that.
I mean, maybe it's out of respect for players and whatnot, and a lot of them have given a lot to the game and so, but I don't know. It's just, to me, it's like the interviewer didn't really ask any good questions. It seemed like he don't know anything about basketball, just anything. No. Like when I watch him say stuff, he's
the ultimate Zesty Jeffrey. He's the ultimate Zesty
Excuse
Jeffrey.
my French, but he just shits all over the NBA and say the NBA ratings is down, and if he talks about LeBron's like ruined the league or something like that, and woke nonsense and all that.
But he admitted, he said he's not a fan of the league no more. He stopped watching 12 years ago, and he only started watching in the 90s. So he doesn't know basketball history himself.
I don't even think he knows much about 90s.
He's a Michael and Jordan fan. That's all.
Exactly.
He's a Michael Jordan fan.
He's just a Michael.
I mean, Mike and Kobe fan. He's a Mike and Kobe fan. That's all.
Facts.
He probably didn't even watch the 90s either.
But he was asking Scotty a bunch of weird questions, and it's like the conversation was dying down a bit.
It was horrible. Scotty stood his 10 toes down, though. Scotty didn't play, man. So, all right, man. We appreciate you, Ishmael, man. Thank you for that, man. So let's let Sturdy in the building. What up, Sturdy? Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we were talking about Scottie Pippen. Did you get a chance to watch the actual interview?
Salute everybody. Yes, I did. I did see the interview. And frankly, I don't blame Scotty for not. It pretty much seemed like Scotty literally had no interest in the GOAT conversation. If you watch the interview, there was in the beginning, like he seemed a little more attentive to the questions the man was asking, and some of his logic a little more consistent. Then, as you saw, the man kept asking GOAT questions in different ways. Scotty kept picking up on it. That's why he was giving them either different answers or answers that just correlated to teamwork and team success. He clearly had no interest in entertaining the GOAT narrative. And in my opinion, personally, I think that dude, especially if he waited years to get a Scottie Pippen interview, he wasted his fucking opportunity. My bad for cursing, because that's an NBA legend right there. That ain't just. It's kind of disrespectful for you to just hey, that's Scottie Pippen, Jordan's teammate, or Jordan's best teammate. Nobody lifted weights for him. Nobody ran sprints for him. Nobody made shots for him. He's his own man. He carved his own legacy. And so I think when yes, okay, the obvious, yes, Scotty has been shown to be inconsistent. But my problem is not the fact that his opinion's been inconsistent, it's the reactions of that crap. Because I am conscious of Scottie Pippen's media career. When he was defending Jordan, when he was championing Jordan as the GOAT, there wasn't pushback to this degree. But when you start just saying, "Oh, this guy might be the GOAT," or "This guy, oh, LeBron is great at this thing," next thing you know, people start bringing up his personal life when it came to basketball conversation and discourse. Doesn't make any sense. And so I can see why Scottie Pippen, and he said he was displeased with The Last Dance because that didn't depict the greatness of the Bulls dynasty. It didn't. That was "Come Fly With Me" with friends. And so I as a person who watched plenty of sports documentaries about teams too, that was narcissistic to its finest, to be honest with you. Go watch the documentary 30 for 30 on the Pistons. Go watch 30 30 on the U. Go watch the 30 30 for the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. It ain't just about one person 80% of the time and then a couple dudes here. What the hell is that? But but so I can see how, and that's another thing too. It's weird only in basketball discourse where anytime a person tries to emphasize the importance of team and continuity, it gets shunned off with individualism, which makes no sense. It's completely idiotic. And not to hold the mic too long, I'm just landing with this. Twin Man is perfectly right, and that's why, in my opinion, and to most people, he is the greatest sidekick of all time. Travis, he is. When you take into account one, his tenure, he was the quote unquote sidekick for nearly a decade, 8 to 10 years of being the number 2, and during that time, nobody in NBA history had a more complimentary player than Michael Jordan had with Scottie Pippen. His game fit perfectly with Scottie Pippen in nearly every aspect of the sport. Defensively, offensively, half court transition, and even the personality. And the only thing I disagree with Twin Man is when he said players quotes is go one in and out the other. And I get it because they still human beings. Human beings are biased and sometimes have agendas. But sometimes those players can provide information that can really fill in the blanks and the nuance that we just can't see, that numbers just don't track. So we do know that Scottie was the better team player, just simplistic like that. And being a good team player matters a lot in a team sport. That's why they consider Scottie the leader. And you don't believe me? There's plenty of interviews from Bill Cartwright, Tony Kukoc, B.J. Armstrong, Horace Grant, et cetera, John Sally, let you know how important it was for Scottie Pippen to be that glue guy on the floor and off the floor. So his tenure, Travis, 2, the way he complimented Jordan, and last thing, 2, during his tenure as number 2, no one accomplished more as a number 2 than him. No one contributed more to team success than him as a number 2.
Hey, Sturdy,
John, I just want to land it with this. What that man
wait, damn, Sturdy, I thought you landed the plane. Go hurry up. Go
no, my bad, because like Scottie Pippen don't get his proper representation.
He just cut the landing gears on.
Yeah, I did. Remember Flight? He had to do a little turn style, little corkscrew landing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just tricking out. But
the landing zone too far.
No, but honestly though, like people forget the Bulls' bread and butter was defense, and the best defender on that team, and the reason why was they were arguably the greatest dynasty we've seen in the modern era, is because of that defense. And a guy like Scottie Pippen, who was the best defender, who was the most versatile defender, who was the most consistent defender, was a huge reason for that. And that's why he was clearly the greatest number 2 of all time. But respect.
You still in the air.
No, I'm done. That's it.
You done. All right, man. Shout out to Sturdy, man. Sturdy, good take, man. But you heard the guy was all over the place as well as the interviewer, because he basically told Scottie Pippen he's not as good as Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, which is really hilarious. Scottie Pippen is actually better than both those guys. But still, that's how they, again, like you say, he did drop a ball. Skill-wise, players today are better than anybody from the 1900s. Including Michael Jordan.
What are you basing it off of then?
Skill. You just said skill. On skill. You just asked me skill. I'm basing off of his career. Scottie Pippen's career is better than Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving's. That's a fact.
That's true. His career is.
So why do y'all say he's better than Wade? Like,
no, I didn't say that. He's not better than Wade. He didn't end up being better than Wade in our top 50 list. He didn't end up being better than Wade.
Listen,
that's
the
facts.
Bring up the posts.
Bring them up. You can bring up all the posts you want to, but Dwayne Wade winning in 06 don't make him better than Scottie Pippen, who got 6 championships.
According to Craig logic.
That ain't my logic.
He's the best. As Sturdy said, he's the best number 2.
I always say 6 is better than 4.
The reasons why y'all say Pippen is better than Wade is the same reasons I think Jordan is better than LeBron. So
False,
That's
because the
all I
way
said.
because total stats, the Pippen has all over Dwayne Wade besides scoring.
Totals do not matter.
It matters in us. He asks us by what we do. You ask what we do, accolades wise and
Matters
stats
to
and
Travis,
achievements.
too.
It matters to Travis too, because none of your advanced
because
metrics.
he doesn't have Luca, and he doesn't have Luca in his top 5. So
No,
apparently, totals matter.
plus, you can't use no analytics, Travis, if you have no totals. Because again, the analytics go off of totals, not your averages. So let's let Real Debate step up to the building. Thank you for joining us here. It is a Sunday afternoon. You see me doing the Lord's work. Did you get a chance to watch the Scottie Pippen debate? If not, did you see what we talked about as far as the debate as well?
First off,
I'm sorry, the interview. I'm sorry, it was an interview, not a debate. But go ahead, continue.
First off, salute to the panel, salute to the host. Yes, I did tune in to the Scottie Pippen interview. Man, the dude is just sour grapes. He just sounds like a bitter baby mama. He can't be consistent with his take. He's horrible. Every time he get asked an uncomfortable question, he's shifting in his seat like he's in the first 48 room getting asked a snitch question. He's just horrible, bro. I don't care if you got 10,000 titles as a Robin. Your ass still a Robin. Quit whining, bro. Your career is over. You're not better than Dwayne Wade. You're not better than a lot of these other guys that been there and done that by themselves. Dwayne Wade went to the finals and was one of the best players in this league individually without LeBron James. I'm not trying to hear that. Anthony Davis might have not got to the finals and did everything to the highest level like Dwayne Wade did, but he clearly carried the team and he got way more talent on both sides of the ball. I would trust him over Scottie Pippen any day. Outside of health, Anthony Davis is way better than Scottie Pippen. Stop it. We talking about skill-wise, Kyrie Irving, fucking Scottie Pippen ain't even on the same planet as Kyrie Irving skill-wise. Like, get out of here. He was on that channel. He was on that interview too, talking about some well, offensively and defensively, you look at somebody like me, I'm in the GOAT debate. I mean, I got 6 titles, I got all these defensive. I'm like, bro, is you delusional? What happened? You tried to call Laura and she didn't pick up? Get the fuck out of here. This is another thing. I'm gonna land it with this because I ain't finna be long. I'm gonna be short-winded. If you really pay attention to the timing of when Scottie Pippen started really coming out bashing Jordan, it all was coincidental. Future messing with his baby mama, the whole Jordan documentary coming out, and him not liking all of the credit that he got. Listen, Scottie Pippen wouldn't care if anybody else in the world didn't get credit. He just wanted credit from daddy. Please, best friend, give me some credit. Like, bro, stop whining. Jordan said that he couldn't win without you, but clearly we know individually he's better without you. You had a chance to run the ship. You ran it in the ground. You only got to the what did he get to the what did he get to semifinals, Eastern semis without Jordan?
Yeah.
Stop
second
it.
round.
You ran to the middle of the court and pointed to the shoe and said, Jordan, please come back. We remember when he was doing that in games. Bro, quit it. You are a great Robin. Keep it there. You are Robin. You will never be Batman. Beat it. And that's my take. I'm done.
Oh, dude, can I just put your takes into my veins and just have them? I love your take.
And that's listen, no disrespect to Scotty. No disrespect.
He said no disrespect to Scotty.
You just got to disrespecting Scotty the whole time.
That's not disrespect if I'm telling facts.
I mean, you're right. I don't think you should bring his personal life into a basketball conversation as one.
It was just a little shot. At the end of the day, hold up.
Disrespectful, right?
Hold on. At the end of the day, hold up.
You got to just say yes or no.
Hold on. At the end of the day, his woman put herself out there on social media, and then he crashed out. Did he or did he not? Did he or did he not? He crashed out, talking crazy.
They were already.
But that's just, no matter what you say, like John say, you're being disrespectful. You're being disrespectful by mentioning it. That's not being respectful. That's what he said. That's the truth.
Oh, really? It's all about feelings. I thought it was fuck your feelings. Johnny, I thought it was fuck your feelings over here.
I said fuck. No. It's fuck your opinions in GOAT James Kingdom. It's fuck your feelings in FYF. This is not FYF, sir. This is GOAT James Kingdom, sir. Don't confuse us with Lamont. Lamont's his own individual. We're different.
If it ruffles somebody's feathers,
We just want to make sure you stand 10 toes down because Scotty stood 10 toes down, and you got to stand 10 toes down. You disrespect Scotty.
Scotty's never stood 10 toes down. He's like changes his opinion every year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because in that interview, we know what Scotty said about LeBron being better than Jordan, and he switched up when dude asked him in that interview. And then he tried to put himself in the GOAT debate, talking about what he do on the offensive side. Bro, you never did show us what you could really do on the offensive side. What he got, like 18 points per game? That's your offensive side? Beat it. Beat it. I'm not trying to hear it, bro. You had the keys to the car, you crashed it. Stop it.
Wow.
Hey, wait, all right, let me ask you this before I let you go. Real debates. What did Jordan do when he had the keys to the car? Without Scottie Pippen. Without Scottie Pippen.
What did?
Yeah, what did Jordan do? What did Jordan do with the car when he didn't have Scottie Pippen?
Oh man, when he didn't have Scottie Pippen, he didn't win. We know that. We know that.
No, but what did he do? No, I'm not winning. But what did he do? We know Scottie didn't win as well. But we know that. Scottie didn't win as well. But what did Jordan do?
Jordan stunk it up a lot, scored a bunch of points and got eliminated in early rounds and was a ball hog. We know what Jordan did before Scottie and while Scottie was there. Shit, he's the worst ball hog of all time outside of Kobe.
At least you're being honest.
Yeah, before and after Scottie, he didn't play that well.
Well, look, we appreciate your real debates, man. Thank you for your takes, man. That was great by you. That was a great job by you.
With the fire on Scottie. Man, I never heard Scottie talk so bad about before.
Travis here got dope in his veins based off real debates takes.
Oh, we got Mingle Gesture? Hats off, man.
Shout out to Mingle Gesture in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Did you get a chance to watch the interview with Scottie Pippen? And if you did, what did you think of it? Or did you see with the clips that we posted as well? What are we talking about?
Man, yeah, I watched that nonsense. Bro, ain't nobody in their right basketball mind listening to Scottie Pippen and all over the place he be. First he said LeBron was the GOAT. Like y'all just said, first he said LeBron was the GOAT. Then he said LeBron got the best statistics. He's the best statistical player. Then he switched up and said Jordan is the best player. Then he came back and said LeBron is the best player ever seen. Then he said Jordan, his teammate. Ain't nobody listening to Scottie, bro. I don't put nothing into what Scottie says. I don't put no kind of credence or no kind of nothing to what Scottie Pippen say. I don't listen to him. I don't. Ever since Larsa did what she did, he done lost his mind. Bro just he can't think right. Bro can't think right. He messed up in the head. He messed him up.
Son in the G League. That's what he started acting.
She messed him up. Larsa messed that man head up, bro. Larsa gave that man CTE. Larsa messed that man up, bro. Larsa messed that man up, but that is not right how she did that man. But anyway,
but you still
I'm gonna get off that though. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. I mean, if we're gonna go by all the stuff that Scottie said in that interview, bro, we'll be here all day talking about all the players that could be in the GOAT debate. You understand what I'm saying?
But the guy was the one that kept talking the GOAT debate. Scottie Pippen was not there for the GOAT debate. But you know that guy was the ultimate zesty, Jeffrey, and he had everything was Michael Jordan this, Michael Jordan that. He kept probing Scottie Pippen about stuff, and Scottie Pippen stood 10 toes down. He told him there's no such thing as a GOAT debate. And I'm just as great as Michael Jordan because I won championships. Just like Michael Jordan won championships.
So hey Johnny, let me get this straight. So how could you pick a GOAT at first? Two different GOATs. But then come back and tell me that there's no such thing as a GOAT. Make that make sense.
No, but he told him there was no GOAT. The guy kept probing him.
And he didn't say that at first because he picked LeBron at first.
No, he said statistically, LeBron is going to be the GOAT. If we go by stats, if we look across the board, he's like LeBron's going to have all the numbers. So that's why he would be considered the GOAT. But he doesn't think there's a GOAT in he doesn't think there's a GOAT in team basketball. He doesn't think that. He said that countless times.
Yeah, you haven't said that no countless time. He picked LeBron first. Then he switched it to Jordan. Then he said LeBron will be the best player statistically. LeBron gonna be the best. Then he went to something else. Then he switched to something else.
No, but look, listen clearly, because the guy was saying since you pick Michael Jordan over everybody else, that means you're saying Jordan's the GOAT, and he's gonna clearly say, look, there is no GOAT. The guy couldn't handle it. They want to have a GOAT debate. Scottie don't. Just like everybody said, he doesn't want to have this debate. Let's listen to Scottie explain.
I think. Wait, hold up. I think in the reason, because in his book, I believe he said LeBron was the GOAT.
He did. But he said he also said he was the GOAT in his book. That's what the guy was telling me. In your book, you said you couldn't be the GOAT, and that's what the guy was asking. But let's let Scottie explain why there is no GOAT.
It's not even worth talking about
the two of them
when you ask who's better, LeBron or Michael. You can't ask me who's the GOAT between LeBron and Michael. Neither one of them are GOATs. They both won differently. You can't put them at the top of the pinnacle. Magic Johnson, to me, is a bigger GOAT than anybody because of how he led, how he brought a whole team, how when the greatest scorer in the game, Kareem, was not there, and him as a rookie
center
steps in and plays a position that no one even knew he could play. That's transcending what you can do as a player.
So he like he said, there is no GOAT debate. He says it's a useless argument, but y'all want to keep having it. I'll have it with you.
Hey Johnny, that's nasty work, man. That furthermore proves my point. How you go from LeBron is the GOAT to yourself is the GOAT to your teammate is the GOAT to now Magic is the GOAT? Am I understanding this correctly?
Is Magic the GOAT?
Yeah.
But yet there is no such thing as a GOAT.
Yeah, based off leadership, he says Magic's the GOAT. If you're gonna go,
You done named 4 different GOATs, but yet you keep on trying to feed us that there's no such thing as a GOAT. But you done named 4 different GOATs, including yourself. Make that make sense.
Why you said LeBron was the GOAT the first time?
He did. He said LeBron's the GOAT. He has said that
No,
before.
he did say it, but he first said Jordan was the GOAT.
Again, he keeps telling nobody. He keeps telling y'all nobody is the GOAT of basketball. Scottie Pippen keeps saying there is no GOAT.
So, what's the credentials to be that guy?
To be the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great conversation. I'm curious to know what you say. I'm a fan. I'll give you my opinion, but I want to hear from you.
I don't think it exists in team sports. I don't think it exists in team sports.
Okay. You don't think it exists in team sports?
No.
The guy should have ended the interview from there about talking GOAT debate from there. He should no longer bring the GOAT debate up. But he couldn't. He just kept probing and trying to figure out a way for Scottie Pippen to either say Michael Jordan or LeBron was better than one or the other. And he literally didn't say nobody was better than nobody. That's the craziest part about the whole thing, man. That's like I said, it was a great interview, but it was also a weird interview. It really was weird.
The actual GOAT is King John, if we're being real.
But like I said, again, it is what it is, man. Scottie Pippen has his beliefs, and people can like it or not like it. But
ever since he got them braids, he been acting different, man.
No, that ain't the reason he been acting different.
Braids kind of tight on his scalp, man.
That ain't the reason he been acting different. He been acting different since he found out what Future did.
No, he didn't.
Scottie don't care about no his wife.
Yeah, y'all
man.
seen? I ain't getting off
man.
topic, but y'all heard about who else Marcus is going after?
Because we got to find a way to address this. And no matter what the topic is, every week there's an invasion of these Kobe stands. But they won't come up and argue. What do we do?
Say Kobe.
All right, man.
Wait a minute. Come up and argue what?
They're ridiculous positions.
In the comments. No, but they're come on.
What do you mean?
Travis. He talking about the guys in the comments.
He says just saying
they're
Kobe
safe in the
has
comments.
no. There's
Kobe's
no way
the
you
GOAT.
can say
Kobe's the
Kobe's the
GOAT.
GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He's
There's
better
no
than
way
LeBron.
you can say it.
There's no way you can say what now?
But
He didn't mention Kobe. Kobe wasn't really mentioned.
Kobe wasn't mentioned in
Yeah,
the interview.
there's no way to state that Kobe's the GOAT.
They mentioned Kobe once. He mentioned Kobe once, but the funny thing about it was he said Kobe. No, but he said Kobe and Jordan played in the same era, but LeBron and Jordan didn't, which is really weird because Kobe and LeBron played in the same era, that's why I find it weird. So, again, that's just crazy. But we appreciate you, Mingo Gesture, man. We're gonna let Herm get in the building. We appreciate your take, man. But that's kind of crazy. Like I said, again, Scottie always gonna stand 10 toes down about there is no GOAT. He doesn't believe in one because he believes he could.
Guaranteed he'll change that up next interview. Guaranteed.
He got paid. I guarantee you that guy paid him.
Change it up.
I guarantee you that guy paid him. I guarantee you that guy paid Scottie well.
He ain't going on there for free because he was there in person. He ain't doing that for free.
Now Scottie paid well.
No, I'm saying Scottie got paid well to do the interview.
Yeah. Hey, but
that's the reason why he didn't get up and walk out.
I'm gonna ask Chief Perfect something. What's been said so far about Scottie, man? They killing Scottie, or they trying to be nice?
What was that?
Who?
I said, are they killing Scottie Pippen, man, so far?
Yeah, the Michael Jordan fans are. The Jordan fans are.
I mean, he's
Wait,
we're talking about his inconsistency.
Herm, did you watch the interview?
No, I watched the interview. I'm just talking about what's been going on the stream so far. You know, I just.
Oh yeah, yeah. LeBron fans are fine. We cool with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen's not a problem with us.
We're just kicking around his inconsistency, man. That's all. We're not discrediting him as a player.
Scotty's trying to combine the LeBron and Jordan fans to unite against.
How stupid it takes
I don't think we cared, but Jordan fans don't like Scotty saying he's better than Jordan. They don't like that.
I literally, I said everybody should feel they better than somebody. You have to have you should feel you better than. I mean, is it the truth? No, but you have to have that confidence.
You should say you better than Jordan. If you're Scottie Pippen.
Oh my God!
But Scotty also said that the trio
Willie with the drip.
Mike and Rodman could take anybody. That's what he also said too.
Because of him. Because of him. That's how good he was.
He said
they clamping everybody though.
He said nobody's stopping him. That's what he said. Who's stopping me? He asked that specific question. Who's stopping me? That's what he said.
Who's stopping anybody?
Herm, we're gonna let you get in a second.
His shooting percentage. That's gonna stop him.
Herm, we're gonna let you sit here, Herm, and watch us talk. Because again, out of everybody who came up and talked, the most people who've been more visceral about Scottie Pippen has been from the Michael Jordan camp. We've been kind of cool. Brandon and I and John have been cool when we talking this. So everybody who stepped up so far has been upset. Cool. Twin Man's been cool. That's another little. Ishmael was also cool. So it's really been Craig, Travis.
Don't say my name that everybody come up and say he's confused, he's inconsistent, but y'all cool with it? Y'all ain't cool with it?
It's fuck Scotty all day.
I find it.
I don't think we care. We don't care.
So, wait, we're gonna let the ultimate Jordan. We're gonna let the ultimate Jordan fan. We got the ultimate. Yeah, Willie's the ultimate Jordan fan. Willie, what you got to say about Scotty? Hold on, let's listen to Willie. Willie, what do you got to say about Scottie Pippen? Did you watch the interview? Did you hear what he said? Did you watch the interview?
Yeah, I watched the whole interview.
All right, so what you got to say about it? You see what we're talking about? It's your floor, brother.
Well, Scotty from Arkansas, you know, country nigga. So we gotta.
My bad. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
We gotta accept that, but Scotty knows better. That's why he keeps switching, because you can't land a plane not on even ground. See, Scotty knows he's equivalent to Michael Jordan. When you say Scotty, you say Michael. When you say Michael, you say Scotty. So Scotty knows that. There is no secret in that. So even though if Scotty doesn't even like Jordan, he can't disrespect Jordan in a heavy way to where it's about Scotty. Scotty knows better. Like, I was around when the Breakfast Club was formatted, and when the Bulls lost to the Pistons, Jordan said, "We're gonna start the Breakfast Club. That means we're gonna work out every day." And Ahmad Rashad from Inside Stuff covered it. Y'all know history. I do. I watched Jordan's whole career. Ahmad Rashad. They used to cover the Bulls practices. And Jordan used to be on, yo. So for any LeBron fan, or I'm not even gonna knock LeBron fans because that's beneath my level. But for any fan that thinks not working out with your teammate doesn't make you better, because anybody knows when you go to school or go to high school or go to anything, you want to be better than your peers. And Pippen was on some, like, yo, I'm trying to get to this level. We know that. We watched it. That's why you'll hear Kenny Smith or Isaiah Thomas. Who? Pippen? No, Pippen was groomed in the NBA by Jordan. And it worked out like that. But I respect Pippen for the utmost. He was the best second Robin in the world. When Jordan went to the bench, I was hoping Pippen would keep it going. I'm like, come on, Pitt. Because Pippen best years was from 94 to 98. And in 95, they always say, oh, Pippen won in I'm sorry, 94. Oh, Pippen only attempted 2 more shots. when Jordan wasn't there. 2 more shots. So it's not like Pippen was like, oh, when Jordan left, I'm going to shine. No, Pippen went from 20 to 22 points. He learned from Jordan. But just because relationships get in the way of friendships doesn't mean someone wasn't great. Pippen was great for Jordan, bro. Klay Thompson was great for Curry. Kareem was great for Magic. McHale was great for Bird. So all this, he didn't do this. Just because LeBron went to this great, that I'm not going to diminish LeBron. You always had a great. So we're not going to do this as a Jordan fan. What Jordan fans going to do is staying on business. That means I had one great. And we're going to handle business. Jordan is not a personality niggas where he want to be friends with everybody. Jordan ain't built like that. I don't want to be friends with 10 different jokers. I want to be friends with one. And if I ain't friend with that one, fuck him. That's Jordan.
But he said he wasn't friends with Michael Jordan. He said him and Jordan never hung out at all. They never were friends. And in fact, he said Jordan didn't have no friends on the team. Jordan didn't bond with nobody.
Jordan had friends on other teams. Jordan was friendly with everybody else, though.
First of all, Kobe didn't vibe with nobody. I'll give you a secret. Joker don't vibe with nobody. SGA might not vibe with nobody. Curry is religious. He ain't vibing with them. Everybody in the
you just said he was vibing with Klay Thompson, though.
No, I'm talking about on the court. I'm not talking off the court. See, LeBron fans get it twisted off the court. See, me.
Curry and Klay don't hang out like that.
Exactly. Y'all think just because I work, I've been working 25 years. I'm in the union. I'm a union worker. I don't hang out with my coworkers, but at work, we get that shit done. That's the same thing in the NBA.
No, it's not. Because you need team chemistry. You got to get along with your teammates.
He hung out with all of his teammates.
Yes, he does. You can't hate one another and win. You can't hate one another and win. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, wait. Pippen said that Michael Jordan's really only friend in the league was Charles Barkley. And that was really the truth.
Charles Oakley.
I'll give you.
I know he hung out with Charles Oakley as well, but Charles Barkley was Jordan's best friend to Scottie Pippen's mind. He said he hung out with.
He said who's his best friend? He said who was his best friend? It was Charles Barkley.
I'll give you.
Oakley was his bodyguard. Because Jordan needs it.
There you go. I'll give you the secret on Charles Oakley and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan used to punk niggas, but he couldn't punk Charles Oakley. So what Michael Jordan did was he made Charles Oakley his friend. See, that's the difference. He couldn't talk shit to everybody in the league like he talked to Charles Oakley, because Charles Oakley had smacked you in the face. Jordan ain't want that work. So that's why Jordan was smart. He like, yo, I ain't doing that. Like, Charles Oakley was Jordan's, like, I'm not going to say bodyguard, but when the game is over, we going somewhere, that's his bodyguard.
Mr. Willie,
Mr.
Willie, I want to bring up this point to Johnny, though. Like, it's documented. Like, Warriors fans would tell you that Klay and Steph wasn't friends like that off the court. Klay was actually a prima donna because his pops was in Klay head a lot. His pops was outspoken about a lot of different things. So, honestly, Klay, they said the reason why the Warriors, they have attention was due to Klay Thompson not wanting to accept the role due to his ego, due to other things. So it's well documented, and Warrior fans can co-sign on it, that Klay and Steph don't have a relationship off the court, really. So
all I know is Jordan, after he won his 4th championship with Pippen, he told him, "Don't."
Curry got great relationship with his teammates. As far as what Scottie Pippen is saying, listen. As far as Scottie Pippen is saying, Michael Jordan had zero bond with his teammates.
Who was close to Michael on the team? Him and BJ were close. I mean, when he came back to that one practice when BJ and him speaking and saying, hey, come and shoot a little bit.
I don't know about that one, but if you say so.
Well, no, listen, if I'm saying it, I'm just saying it because I read about it. I don't know if I have the credibility of having been there. I just read about it.
Yeah. I mean, there were times when guys that were brought in that kind of bonded with Michael, Sam Vinson, Darrell Walker, but those were veteran players that had been around him probably previously, probably from college. But as far as players that he played with in the 90s, he didn't really bond with players on that team.
But I thought he was good friends with Oakley. I thought him and Oakley were very
Oakley wasn't on that team.
But Oakley from the beginning era when he was coming up. Wasn't Oakley one of his teammates when they got rid of him? He was upset about it because he liked Oakley and they had a friendship together.
Yeah, that's the story that's was told, but.
So he's just saying, look, Jordan didn't have no friends. He didn't bond with his teammates. And if you listen to The Last Dance, Jordan said, I didn't have to. That wasn't his job. Hey, you working out with somebody don't mean y'all are friends. That's a part of the job. You're supposed to be working out. You're supposed to be at practice together. That's a part of being a team. Y'all giving Jordan credit for being a team player when that's what Scotty's trying to say. I was the best teammate on the team. And not only that, nobody on the Bulls ever talked bad about Scotty. Nobody. And everybody basically talked bad about Jordan outside of a few players.
Jordan was with everybody on different teams. That's all.
I agree with you, Adani. I agree with you, Adani. But your friends doesn't mean we gonna win. Because Jordan is an individual, just like you, just like me, and just like all your chat and listeners. We're all individuals. Jordan was a big-headed asshole individual. Most bosses are assholes. If you work for a company, your boss is an asshole. Jordan was the boss.
But Jordan's not the boss. Jordan's another teammate. That's what Scotty's trying to tell you. Jordan's not the boss.
That's why Scotty believes he's the best on the Bulls.
That's why he believes because he was a better teammate than Jordan. And the team functioned because of his teammate ability, his leadership. Scotty feels he was the leader of the Bulls, not Jordan.
Just like Pippen told you, Jordan was older than me. So that means Jordan had final say. I watched the Bulls play, bro. Like, you're not talking to somebody that watched YouTube. I grew up. That's what made me a fan.
Words.
That's what made me a fan. We watched Pippen and Jordan Max.
Play them games and take it every word.
Get to that level.
Not every
we
word.
Watched them get to
We're
that
not
level.
arguing what Scotty is saying. He's arguing what Scotty is saying. We just tell you what Scotty said. We're not arguing nothing Scotty said. We're not the ones arguing.
This is what Scotty said. Scotty don't care about fans. Scotty said he's better than Jordan. This is what Scotty said, not us.
No.
Scotty also.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What's a lie?
Yes, it is.
Pippen.
Hold on, Willie.
The lie is Pippen never said he was better than Jordan. What Pippen said is he's a better teammate than Jordan.
He plays
and that's how it makes him better. Like he said, I care. Exactly, I play basketball the right way. Jordan don't.
Better than
that's what he said.
and Jordan.
Okay.
He says he's the greatest Bull.
So let's just say Pippen plays a better team game than Jordan. What did it result in?
6 championships.
When Jordan
6 times.
When Jordan wasn't there.
Well, he did.
What did it result?
Winning seasons, playoff wins.
Winning seasons, getting out the first round, no losing seasons.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a combat for that.
He was a bad teammate in Houston, though.
Chicago Bulls.
He was a bad teammate in Houston, though. He was a bad.
I got a beautiful combat for that. In Pippen's rookie season, was he the number one option trying to get out of the first round?
He was the reason they got the first round. He was playing the game.
He was playing the game. Game
He was a player of the game or the player of the series.
He was the player of the game.
The
game that won the series.
Booba Gibson was the player of the game. Booby Gibson was a player of the game, game 6.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but that's not. That wasn't an elimination. That wasn't an elimination. That wasn't an elimination. That was. That wasn't an. That wasn't an elimination game.
I mean,
hold on. 88, the Bulls didn't go 7 games.
Scottie Pippen doesn't start game 5 in the first round of 1988. The Bulls lose and Jordan averages 40 points per game just like he did the season before. That's facts.
Bro. Ain't nobody, I don't care what you talking about. Ain't nobody from 88 going to sit up here and tell you that watch the series, going to tell you Pippen saved them. Okay?
I can tell you that. I got the footage. I got the footage. Don't tell me that. Don't say anybody. I got it. Don't say anybody because I'm the one. I can tell you I'm the one. Try me.
You're not the one. You're the two.
I got footage. I got footage.
You're the two.
I got footage. I got footage.
Why was Scottie Pippen play the game?
So why was Scottie play the game?
Play the game? Why?
Why would Scottie Pippen play the game?
Yeah.
Is that what you asking me?
Why was Scottie Pippen playing the game of Game 5?
Would not have gave Pippen that credit. But why did they give Scottie Pippen player of the game?
Facts.
Game 5, 1988 versus Cleveland.
Okay, number one, you hear them like chat. Y'all hear him. They said Game 5. It wasn't even a closeout. They said Game 5.
That is a closeout. That is a closeout. I thought you said you watched it.
Hold on.
5-game series.
Yeah. It's a 5-game series, sir.
Okay.
The Bulls are up 2-0. They lost back-to-back games, and they put Scottie Pippen in the starting lineup for the Game 5, which is the elimination game, clinching game of the series, and he was the player of the game. They went on a run to take the lead and win the game because Scottie Pippen took over and Jordan was on the bench. I got footage of the game.
Why y'all bringing up player of the games and Daniel Gibson did the same thing?
He didn't do the same thing, Herm. It wasn't an elimination game. It wasn't an elimination game.
They eliminated Detroit in game 6.
Not for them. It's not an elimination game for the Cavs.
They eliminated Detroit. He got player of the game. He eliminated them, nigga.
It's a closeout game, not an elimination game. There's a difference, Herm. Talk basketball correctly. It was a closeout game, not an elimination game. That means if the Cavs lost, they still had another game. If the Bulls would have lost, it's over. So if Scottie doesn't step up, the Bulls lose. That's it. With Michael Jordan scoring 40 points. They still lose.
Same thing about
whenever a team gets eliminated, bro, that's an elimination game.
No, it's not. That's for Detroit. That's for Detroit. That's not for the Cavs. The Cavs are not facing elimination. The Cavs are not facing elimination in the Game 6 up 3-2. That's what the Bulls are facing. The series is tied 2-2, and in Game 5, it's an elimination game. That's basketball. That's facts. That's not the same thing.
All I know is
all right, Willie, are you ready to answer the question?
It's met in the finals. It's a different story.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr
Are you ready to answer the question?
Steve Paxson stayed his legacy. Yet they was up in all these finals.
I don't know what you're talking about, Craig. I don't know what they got to do with Michael. Not winning without Scottie Pippen.
Let's not let Willie off the hook. You said no one who watched that series would say Scottie Pippen was player of the game in that elimination game in Game 5.
That's what you said.
Winner moves to the next round. Why was Scottie Pippen? They say he was player of the game. If no one would have said that.
B. Lee. See, the difference between LeBron and Jordan is y'all talk a game, we talk a series.
I mean, that's
okay.
Hold.
You smoke. You bam. You smoke.
You smoke. Herm.
You
not Herm.
Are you talking about LeBron?
You see how they do?
Really?
You see how they do? You see how they do?
Willie, you asked us to show you how you asked us to show you what Scottie did in '88, and now you're mad that he did something in '88. That's what you asked. You switching the topic. You asked in '88 when it wasn't a starter, how did he help the Bulls win a series? We just told you in the Game 5 they put him in the starting lineup, and because of that, the Bulls won that game, and they ended up moving on to the next round. Jordan's first playoff series was Scottie Pippen who helped them win it. Those are facts.
Okay, let me just oblige to the channel. Okay, go James Kingdom and D Lee, you're right. Okay, Pippen had one good game. Okay, but I can go to 2016. I can go to 07. I can go to 08. I can go to any series you want to bring up any player.
I can do the same for Scotty. Y'all, listen, there's 91 Scotty. There's 93 Scotty. There's 97 Scotty. There's 98 Scotty. What are you talking about?
This is the difference between a Jordan fan and a LeBron fan. They can't shut up. They have to.
Let's bring up Drew. Drew, thank you for joining the GOAT James Kingdom platform. He's gonna tell me to shut the fuck up on my own program. These niggas be smoking crack. Boy, I don't know what these niggas be smoking.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, Drew. So again, we talking Scottie Pippen, and as you can see, the only people who are truly upset are Michael Jordan fans, not us LeBron fans, because we know LeBron's the GOAT. Scotty don't know who the GOAT is, but we know who the GOAT is. But go ahead, sir. What do you got for today's topic?
So what y'all arguing that Scottie Pippen was better than Jordan?
Who said that?
Well, no one's arguing that. Scottie.
Why do y'all do that? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why as soon as somebody praises Scottie Pippen, the first thing y'all do is go to Michael Jordan versus Scottie Pippen? Just because Scottie Pippen was great, that doesn't mean we're saying he's greater than Michael Jordan. We never said that.
Oh, okay. So y'all was just arguing that what Scottie Pippen said in the interview.
No, we just proving the point. No, we just proving the point that Mike couldn't win.
Jordan fans are arguing that. We're just saying he could have his opinion.
I don't know how y'all keep saying that, and this is y'all show, and we having a whole episode of Scottie Pippen. So obviously something he said triggered all of us to have this topic of discussion. Y'all don't
Because it's the GOAT debate. It's a GOAT debate. Craig, this is a funny thing. The other day on Friday night, right, somebody was like, yo, all your TikTok posts or popular posts were about Michael Jordan, right? And they had this idea that we can't talk about Michael Jordan, but this man spent a whole interview of Scottie Pippen and spent the whole interview talking Michael Jordan. And none of the Michael Jordan fans had a problem with it until they heard him talking bad about Jordan. Because when he was saying, LeBron's not this, LeBron's not that, when he said, I didn't have to chase rings, they took that, Scottie Pippen's words, and ran with it. But now that's
he said doesn't make sense. And you keep, even what he said about LeBron, people are saying that don't make sense.
I don't know. He makes sense to me. He made 100%. I understood everything Scottie Pippen said. Because Scottie Pippen did not confuse me at all. No, Scottie Pippen thinks the game of basketball is a team game, and due to the fact that he was a part of the greatest team to ever win, he feels like he's one of the greatest players to ever play. That's how you grade a player. And he played the team sport better than anybody else. That's how he feels.
I don't think
you understood him, Johnny.
So you weren't hold on. It's not my interview. Let's let Drew get in. Thank you for joining us, Drew. Go ahead, get your take in, brother.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing wrong with Scottie Pippen for feeling the way he feels, but if you're talking about like break it down to singular players and who's better at basketball, he's not better than Jordan. But
what can Jordan do? Okay, what can Jordan do on the basketball court that Scottie Pippen cannot do?
Shoot efficiently.
That he cannot do.
Yeah. What can Michael Jordan do on? He's only 2% better than Scottie Pippen. Jordan shoots 49, Scottie shoots 47. That's not that much of a difference.
Hey,
it's like Jordan.
I mean,
basically in Pippen's mind, what do you think? Why do you think Pippen think he's better than Jordan? Which Johnny said he's a better all-around player, and he thinks that Jordan is the reason that he won. That's why he thinks that.
That's what I'm saying. What does Jordan can do that Jordan can't? I mean, Pippen can't do. That's what I'm asking.
I don't think Pippen is saying he's better than Jordan. I just think Pippen is saying he's a better teammate as far as he can fit on any team better than Michael Jordan can fit on any team.
And he thinks that makes you a better player. Playing the game the right way and winning is what matters to him the most.
And he's a better winner than Jordan.
Exactly.
He think that makes him a better teammate.
A better winner.
He's a better player than Jordan as well. He does think that.
I mean,
he says it. I mean, he said. Did you see the interview? Oh wait, Drew, did you see the interview?
I saw clips. I ain't watching.
All right, so let me explain to you him explaining why he thinks he's the GOAT of all time and why he says he thinks he could be the GOAT.
You saying I want to be remembered as the greatest of all time. How much of that was really what you believed in? How much of that was you trying to sell a book? And how much of that was somebody behind closed doors flattering you, saying you didn't get enough credit for what you did during the Chicago's run?
You know, the reason why I say stuff like that is because when you play the game the way that I played it, You play on both ends. Why can't I say that?
Oh, that's okay. You can say that.
So
no one's saying you can't say that.
Yeah, and say it and mean it.
Oh, so you
know
do
what
believe that?
I'm saying, yeah. Look at the stats. I got 6 rings too. Look at my accolades. I got defensive player, all NBA. So playing the game the right way and winning means something to me, and it meant a lot to me. I don't have the MVPs, but guess what? Somebody that was with me got it.
Would you say
I didn't have the final MVP, but hey, we won the championship.
Scotty basically said Jordan got MVPs based off of me.
That's all-around player, and he mentioned defensive accolades.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything he mentioned, Jordan got more than him. So how can he think he's a better player than Jordan?
He doesn't have
more all defensive teams.
Our defensive
He don't have more all defensive teams.
He has more first team selections than Pippen.
You has more all selections than Jordan.
He's not wrong that he got an all-around game. He played both sides of the court. He was a huge contributor to all the championships. He's not wrong, but at the same time, everything he said that he do, Jordan did too. Jordan played both sides of the court too. Jordan was an all-around player too.
He believed he did it better. I think that's what it is. He believed he did it better.
He believes he was a better passer
in his
Jordan,
mind.
a better dribbler, a better leader,
better defender,
better on defense, better
so
defender.
He was better on both sides of the board. Tell me if Stephen Pippen was the leading scorer. Tell me if Stephen Pippen led the leader scorer and led the leader steals, and he can have that argument.
Scottie Pippen doesn't care about scoring. Scottie Pippen doesn't care about scoring.
But he literally just says all
he's a teammate.
He doesn't think because Jordan shot more than me that Jordan's a better scorer than me. That's what you guys fail to realize. He doesn't think Jordan could score better than him. He just thinks Jordan just takes more shots. In his mind, Jordan cared about scoring titles, not about winning. Scottie cares about winning.
You don't think Jordan can score better than him?
He didn't say that.
No, he doesn't.
He didn't say that.
I disagree with that.
He doesn't think Jordan. He always had said that what's it called? That Michael Jordan just checks more shots. He said that Michael Jordan just cared about scoring
and
titles.
He's still more efficient than him. So it doesn't matter how many shots you take if you're still more efficient. Like what the fuck?
It doesn't.
Well,
that's not. He's not going off of that. He's not going. Again, y'all talking about skill. Y'all keep bringing up stats to make Jordan better, which is funny because the stats make LeBron better. That's the funniest thing because he's not using stats to say he's better than Scottie Pippen. He's not using stats.
And we use the same thing. I literally just
I like
everything.
LeBron.
Again, he's not using stats to say that he thinks he's a better scorer than Jordan because he can shoot from the three better than Jordan. He can shoot from the three better than Jordan. He feels he can get to the basket better than Jordan. He thinks he can finish better than Jordan. He thinks that he can pass better than Jordan. He thinks he can set screens better than Jordan. He thinks all of this.
It's basically whatever they think Pippen said, he said. No matter what, no one can have any other opinion about what Pippen said than what they think Pippen said.
Let me say this.
Mr. Finesse.
If Scottie Pippen feels he's better than Jordan at scoring, why wasn't he given the ball for him to be able to shoot all the shots the way Jordan was?
Just like you said, Jordan was there. Jordan was there first, and that was what Jordan wanted to do. He's a good teammate.
He wasn't there in '94.
He's a good teammate. He adapted his game. He adapted his game to let Jordan do that. Okay, you want to do that, Jordan? I'll do everything else, including make the team better. I know he asked me the question, Craig, not you. I know he asked us the question, not you, Craig.
I'm just saying, Jordan was there in '94. You can't keep saying Jordan. He had his time.
It doesn't matter. Jordan in '87 didn't do nothing. Jordan quit in '99 because he couldn't have Pippen. He could have had a championship team in '99 besides Scottie Pippen, but he refused to not play because he couldn't have Scottie Pippen.
Teammate because he wanted Pippen to play with him. So now all of a sudden, Jordan's a horrible.
I didn't say he was a horrible teammate. Scottie said he was a horrible teammate. Scottie said he was a horrible. Jordan's teammate said Jordan said he was a horrible teammate. He said it. I didn't say these things. I don't know why y'all keep pinning this stuff on us. These are what people are saying.
You sound like the mouthpiece. You keep saying
we don't use teammates. We don't use leadership and teammates in the GOAT debate. We never use leadership in the GOAT debate.
You said that. You said that.
That's what Scottie is using. That's what Scottie is using. That's what Scottie believes. Scottie uses that because you can't measure leadership. We can't measure leadership.
Yeah, but you can.
If we use leadership, Jordan's nowhere in the GOAT debate. That's facts.
You can see it. You can see it though.
No, you can't.
You can see what? We can see.
You can see if somebody's a good leader or not.
That's false.
That's why Scottie
because you don't think Jordan's a bad leader, and Jordan was.
His teammates said Scotty was a better leader,
I
a
think
better
if he was a
teammate.
bad leader, then why do they win so? How can you win so much if you're a bad leader?
I got
Because he has Scottie Pippen. Because he has Scottie Pippen. That's what Scottie Pippen.
So you think Pippen was the leader on that team?
Scottie Pippen thinks so. This is what Scottie Pippen said. This is what Scottie Pippen said.
The Bulls get. Can you go to the 87 draft? Go to the 1980. What a game we're playing here. 1987 NBA draft. Zoom in. Okay, so where are you picked? What? You're number 5. Okay, so Michael and the team, they pick up Kenny Smith. Obviously, it's not up to him, but say you go to somehow, some way, you end up with the Atlanta Hawks, and Kenny Smith goes to the Bulls. How many championships do you guys win at the Hawks, and how many championships does Michael win without you going there?
I still get my 6.
Stop it, Scotty.
3-3. I thought you knew.
I know the number. Trust me, I know the number. So you'd win 6, you're saying?
Yes.
How many does Michael win?
Baby, he may be somewhere with LeBron, 2-3, somewhere. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get my 6.
So you, Wilkins, Dominique, say Michael gets Michael, Horace, and Kenny. You're still getting your 6.
Yeah, they can't stop me. Who gonna stop me then?
That is such an interesting conversation that we just went into.
He was not expecting that man to respond like that. That man said it, nigga. I'm winning 6 championships with or without Michael Jordan. That's Scottie Pippen's words. I'm gonna bring you up shortly here, Truthful Troll. Oh, Truthful Troll, you just stepped away.
See how he regulated Jordan to
I ain't mad at Pippen for having that confidence in himself, but I
gotta say this about the bad teammate thing. Something that a lot of guys that do be highly critical on Jordan don't realize. It took a lot for Jordan to actually understand that his way of playing, when he was accumulating the numbers, when he was averaging over 30 and 8 and 8 and all that, that wasn't the recipe for success. He was getting those great numbers, but it didn't accumulate to making his teammates better. So Jordan finally bought into the system that would incorporate his teammates, and once he did that, that's when he got over the hump. That's a great leader to recognize you accumulating the stats for his averaging over 30 and 8 rebounds, 8 assists is not for the betterment of your team. So Jordan sacrificed overall numbers, his numbers. False. For the bet, yes, he did.
That's false. That's false. That's false.
To be honest, Michael Jordan did not win that in the playoffs. He was doing a lot
of that. That's false.
Terrible in the playoffs.
Even late.
Franchise player, he did not have to buy into it. So y'all capping, bro. It took
Herm, land your plane so I can finish up, Herm. Herm, land your plane, please, brother, please, so I can speak. Go ahead, man. Hurry up.
Y'all got it because y'all interrupt too much. Y'all got it.
No, it's not interrupt because you lied. I just told you you lied, and you didn't let me tell you where you lying at. I just told you where you lied at, but you're not gonna let me tell you where you lied at. You already respond, and you ain't let me tell you where you lying at.
I'll speak after y'all speak. Get y'all shit off, and then I'll speak after
y'all. In 1991, Michael Jordan did not think the Bulls were a championship team. That's why he was mad they didn't make trades. So Jordan didn't believe the Bulls were a championship team. The Bulls thought they were a championship team because they had Phil Jackson and they had Scottie Pippen and they had Jerry Krause, who built that team that Jordan didn't think was a championship team in 91, late in 91. So that's a lie. MJ didn't do none of this. Just like Scotty said, all he did was show up to practice and go gamble. That's all Jordan did, and show up to a game and scored 50. They did everything else. That's it.
Except when he got to the playoffs.
Not true. That's not true.
Failed. He failed miserably in the playoffs. Like the reason that Scotty is saying this because he played terrible in the playoffs. Yes, he played terrible.
87, 86, 85.
Jordan had years of just playing horrible in the playoffs, and no one talks about it. Everybody want to talk about
in the playoffs.
You want to? I could tell you the stats. I can tell you the stats.
Don't start. Y'all.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on.
With me.
No, I'm gonna start with you.
We're gonna show you. We're gonna show you. You sit back and take this. Y'all thought Pippen was some. Brandon about to show you some. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go back to when Michael Jordan was the best player in college, right, in 1984. Sweet 16. Michael Jordan was the 5th highest scorer in that game, scored 13 points. His teammate Sam Perkins had 26. Steve Alford on Indiana had 27. Michael Jordan had the most turnovers in the game. He started right there. When it mattered, he played terrible. Then we go to 1985, the elimination game. Michael Jordan was 6 for 16 with 4 turnovers. Then we go to 1986, elimination game. 3rd leading scorer on his team, 19 points. Danny Ainge outplayed him in that game. This after he scored that 60 points, and he came in the next game. When you win, you keep playing. If not, you go home. Michael Jordan played terrible. Then we go to the next year. 1987. Averaged 37 points per game. Elimination game. Down 0-2. Michael Jordan was 9 for 30. Got outplayed by Larry Bird. Outplayed and outscored by Larry Bird.
Let me hold on.
Then we go to the next year.
There's no hold up. Silence. Silence.
Next year, 1988. Michael Jordan, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's going to choke again? Yes, he is. Lost 3 straight games. Averaged 24 points, 45% shooting with 4 turnovers over those last 3 games. During that season, remember, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, averaged 35 points per game, shot 53%. He shot 40. He played bad those last 3 games. The reason they lost. And then in game 5, the game that they had to win, the game was tied 82-83. Last 5 minutes, which is the NBA considers clutch time, Michael Jordan went scoreless. After that game, he went to David Stern and complained. Then 1989, another season that he choked the playoffs.
How the score was tied?
Yes, this is keep going. This keeps going. Then 1989, guess what happened? He lost 3 straight games again, and guess what he averaged? Like he did a year prior, the last 3 games, 24 points per game, 45% shooting, and 4 turnovers on the last 3 games. In game 4, he shot 5 for 15, 33%. Isaiah Thomas had 27-6. Isaiah Thomas outplayed him. In game 5, so that was game 4. Game 5, he shot 8 times. Isaiah Thomas had 17 to 12 outplayed. Yeah. And the last game, like I said, the elimination game lost 3 straight. He shot 26 times for 32 points with 8 turnovers. Isaiah Thomas had 33 points. He outplayed him again. He outplayed him again. And then we're going to say, did he choke again? Yes. The next year, he did the same thing. 1990. He did the same thing. Where Scottie Pippen was not feeling well. He lost by 20 in game 7. So all these years that Michael Jordan did not play well in the playoffs, we see it was a pattern for like 8 straight years when the game mattered. Michael Jordan did not play up to the standard that he could play. So this thing that Michael Jordan always went out there and just destroyed people is false. And Scottie Pippen's been saying this for years, that he's the reason that Michael Jordan was winning these games, because before, Michael Jordan was just not playing well when it mattered. When it got tight, Michael Jordan got tight. Michael Jordan couldn't make shots. Scoring went down dramatically. His shot attempts did, but his scoring did. A lot of times, like you say, he shot 8 times in the game. He wasn't complaining that he couldn't get to the hole. So this narrative that Michael Jordan always destroyed people in the playoffs is false, because no one actually looked at what he did in those games. And Isaiah Thomas outplayed him for 3 straight years. Danny Ainge even outplayed him in an elimination game. Larry Bird outplayed him. Even in college, he did the same thing. When it mattered, he underperformed. He underperformed a lot of times in the playoffs until Scottie Pippen, in his mind, got to where he needed to be so Jordan could win. That's why he believes that if he went to another team, he would have probably won more, at least 6, he said.
This is how many games you got to play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 games?
These are the elimination games in the playoffs, like Brandon talking about, when the games matter, when they matter the most.
I want to respond, though. I think the problem is, B. Lee, you can do that for every superstar that ever played the game.
You for who?
You can do that for Bird. You can do that for Magic. You can do that for Kobe.
You can? Okay.
The dry snitching from y'all is incredible.
No.
You can do that for
the dry snitching is incredible. 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 Now we can do it for everybody. But when they didn't know Jordan had all this, Brandon. They didn't know all of this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I have LeBron. Okay, the last game in 2006, he played Game 7 versus the Pistons. Okay, yeah, he played the Game 7 versus the Pistons. He had 27 and 8. The next year in the finals, when he got swept by the Spurs, that game he had 24 and 10. Then the next year when he lost the last game in the elimination game, he had 45, 6, 5, and 2 steals. Then when he lost to Orlando, he had 25, 7, and 7. When he lost to Boston that 1 year that he said that he quit, he had 27 in that last game, 10 assists, 19 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. And that's Lord. Even with the Mavs, with his last game, he had 21, 6, 4, a steal, and a block. He led his team in scoring that game, that series that he choked. In 2012, when he won the title, the last game of the season, 26, 13, 11, a block.
Like a motherfucker, B.
No, this is the last game. Just like I said,
these are the last games. We mentioned the same last games with Jordan. Thank you. Then we just proved it. Oh wait. Brandon, you don't have to keep going. Brandon, you don't have to keep going. You don't have to keep going. We're gonna let Herm go. We're gonna let Herm go. Herm, we're gonna let you go, Herm. We're gonna let you go. So Herm, now what you knowing, LeBron doesn't have what Jordan has on his resume, choking in elimination games and final series games. Bring it up. Who was the other guys that had like Jordan has? Who are the other guys? Go ahead, Herm. Who are these other guys? Who are them? That was your talking point. You said that Jordan's not the only one. LeBron doesn't have that. LeBron don't have that. In elimination games, LeBron is better than anybody else. Again, in elimination games, LeBron is better than anybody in NBA's history. Go ahead. You know what? Let's go ahead. It's your mic. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm finna be full. Play the clip. Play that Jerry Krause clip for me, man.
No. You're going to say that first. You said everyone does this. No, tell us.
You want to get the thoughts together.
Play that first for me. Play that first for me, John. This is
wait, Herm. Are you asking me to go get Jerry Krause saying that a team wins championships, including the front office, not players? Is that what you want?
That I got in there. No, don't do that.
No, we're not playing no clip of Jerry Krause lying. What are you going to say? Because you're supposed to talk about everybody.
We don't want to hear Herms. We don't want to hear.
We want to hear Herm. We want to hear Herm, not Jerry Krause. Herm.
When I tried to talk, y'all interrupt me. So play that.
We're letting you go.
We're letting you talk. The clip is not going to get played. It ain't getting played because it means nothing. It means nothing. And the clip doesn't play. Because I got Michael Jordan. So wait, we gave you a chance. You didn't want to speak. We gave you a chance. You did not want to speak. Now, I got proof that Jerry Krause lied. Because if Michael Jordan never asked for help, what was his beef with Jerry Krause? Answer that question, Herm. If Michael Jordan never asked Jerry Krause for any help, why did Michael Jordan have a problem with Jerry Krause? Answer the question. Go ahead.
I'm being real with you. Fuck your question. and then here's the thing, bro. My whole premise, my whole point is you could point out to every superstar that ever played in a game career that they had bad games and bad moments in playoffs. You can point out to each and every one of them. Y'all try to simplify my talking point to create y'all narrative that y'all pushing right now. My whole talking point is you can point out to every superstar that ever played the game and they had terrible moments, they had bad games, they all choked, they all had subpar moments, and that's all. That was my whole talking point. But y'all want to sit up there and want to push the narrative so fucking bad that y'all reaching. Y'all show 6, 7 goddamn games.
They're not pushing the narrative. They highlighting the bad. They highlighting the bad play like y'all do.
That's false. That's false, Herm. That's false, Herm.
Y'all are disingenuous. Y'all are bad basketball fans. And y'all are the reason why the sport is going down. Because y'all are doing the same bullshit. Y'all bitch and moan and complain.
You like to be in the kitchen with the heat, but you don't like the heat being on you.
Y'all doing just as much.
You like to be in the kitchen giving out heat, but you don't like the
Heat being on
Y'all
y'all
rush
team.
too much. You don't be saying
Y'all
shit.
rush to Rob
You don't
Parker.
be saying
Y'all rush
shit.
to
You talk
Jordan.
too much.
Y'all are just
You
like
run your
him,
mouth
and
and
y'all
don't be saying
fucking
shit.
do it. Y'all can
So
interrupt.
he
You
is
can talk
crashing
that
the
shit
fuck
you want
out.
to. Y'all are rush
He
to
is
them
crashing the
motherfuckers.
fuck
And y'all
out.
doing the same motherfucking
Boy,
thing
he
they
is
doing. And
crashing
y'all
out,
just
bro.
full of shit at them. And y'all need to
This is
get y'all
typical.
motherfucking life
He
straight
is
and
so
talk your
typical.
fucking
Bitch, you
game
got your
about it,
eyes
man.
bucked on the
Stop
audio
being
emoji. You
fucking
crashing
haters
out.
like them
He is
bitch
so
ass niggas.
typical.
This
He
what the
is
fuck
so
y'all need to
typical.
do. Cause y'all
He
sounding
is
like
so
them
typical.
bitch
This
ass
is what
niggas.
he always do. He
Y'all
having a
sounding like
fucking
them
temper
hoe
tantrum.
ass niggas.
He
That's what
having
the
a
fuck
fucking
y'all
temper
doing.
tantrum.
You rushing to
He having
Rob
a
Parker.
fucking temper
You
tantrum.
rushing to Stephen A.
He
You
having a
rushing to
fucking temper
Whitlock.
tantrum,
You
bro.
rushing to Skip Bayless.
That's
Y'all
who
the
you
same
are, bro.
motherfuckers that do
That's
the
who you
same shit
are.
that they
That's who
doing.
you
So
always
fuck
been.
y'all and fuck
That's who
what
the
y'all
fuck you
stand for
always
right
been.
now. I'm sick of y'all
And you
motherfuckers.
might as
All you
Herms
do is
well be
Whitlock.
I
interrupt
respect that. That's
motherfuckers.
who
Herms
the fuck
All you
Whitlock.
do is
you
push
is.
the goddamn narrative.
That's
And
who
y'all
you
are
is.
full of shit and
Motherfucker, we
y'all are
hear you
fucking easy
talking.
working. Hey
You
Johnny,
always
I
talk
will
like
cook
that.
your
You talk
silly ass
shit.
again like
Yes,
I
sir. You
always
have a
done.
fucking
Cause I'm
temper
sick of this
tantrum.
shit. I'm
Right in
calling you
this
to the
I'm
shit.
square,
sick of this
nigga.
shit.
We
Have a
gonna debate
fucking
and I'm
temper
gonna cook your
tantrum.
silly
Talk
ass
too
again. I'm
fucking
calling
much.
you to the
You
motherfucking square.
talking.
B-Lee, he
Oh
might
my
need some
god.
help.
He's
Join his
crashing
ass
the
and I'm
fuck
gonna
out.
cook both y'all ass in the goddamn debate. This shit is over with. I'm
I
gonna
cook it.
end y'all
Shut the
ass.
fuck up.
I'm gonna end y'all motherfucking man. Y'all done got me
Fuck
hyped up.
up.
Herb,
Y'all done got me
Oh
hyped up.
man.
Give a fuck about no police then. I don't give a fuck about no police now. Shit. You know what? You can do whatever you want to do. So it don't mean nothing to me for you to show up tomorrow morning with your head blown off. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, Herm, we were very polite. We let you speak. I get it. You're upset. Scotty really got y'all upset. I told y'all he gave us enough to prove the point. Again, the conversation was, how did Scottie Pippen affect the Bulls winning? What we brought up was games where Jordan was supposed to show how he affected the Bulls winning without Scottie Pippen, and he couldn't do it. That was what we brought up, sir. We didn't bring up nothing else. We are not the ones who think LeBron won a championship by himself. We know LeBron James won a title with a team. We know LeBron James is an all-around player, so all you got to do is put a team around him for him to win. But you are the one who's telling us that we can't say Scottie Pippen is the reason why the Bulls win when we're using everything to say it, and you're mad that you can't show Jordan winning without Scottie Pippen. That is your problem. That is not our problem. Scottie Pippen won without Jordan. Scottie Pippen has the most playoff series wins in Chicago history. He has the most playoff wins in Chicago history and the most championships in Chicago history. What are we talking about? He has the most winning seasons in Chicago history on top of that. What are we talking about? Again, you showed up because, yeah, you're a GOAT James Kingdom member. We love your support. But again, you trying to be the MJ police is not going to work on GOAT James Kingdom because you just got exposed by the exposer.
Now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
I got a question regarding the interview. Did Scottie Pippen say anything in regards to Michael Jordan will be a better player than LeBron if he played in this generation? Because I've seen that on Twitter. Some people say it's.
He said Jordan would be better than Wemby, would be better than anybody in this era. Yes, he did say that.
Yeah.
Is there context to that, or he just
free and open
That's what he
movement.
thinks.
He thinks that they're not allowed to play defense, and he thinks that Jordan will be able to have freedom of space and lanes to score, and so Jordan will still be as great as he was, and he doesn't think they would be as great as Jordan was in that era.
Yeah, he thinks LeBron has it easy because he just has a clear lane to the hole.
Which is a lie.
That's
these guys keep saying, "Try me." I'm always available on a Friday night. Herm, what do you want to debate this time? The only debate you won, Herm, is when they sit up and help you win. No, the only debate Herm won against me was the ones that they set up for him to win, so they can make something out of this. Herm never beat me in no real debate, man. Herm has never proven any. He's never proven any of his points over me. Never. I keep telling y'all that. We supposed to keep going. He dropped the link. No, we're not dropping the link because we about to get up out of here. My heat is about to play. We about to get up out of here and get these last words about it. Herm, we gave you the mic. We told you to speak. You wanted to bring up Jerry Krause.
Y'all did an epic job going down through there on Jordan, man, when you let B-Lee go off and you stopped him, and I'm really pissed off because he really could have really did Herms dirty. Well, how he started out with every year like that, that was freaking awesome, man. I mean, y'all just
Yeah,
legendary, man.
he only
Y'all
showed the
doing y'all
points.
thing, man. Salute to y'all.
When LeBron, he
Hey,
went to the
John.
points, rebounds, assists, steals. With Jordan, he only went to the points of how many shots he took to get it. It wasn't the
I never,
fair
I
shit.
never hear y'all say
I
Jordan winning
mean, what?
championship because he rebounds and passes the ball. I never hear y'all say this. This is so funny
Well,
that
we
Jordan
said it
wins
when he
now
in
passing
'91. Y'all
and
keep
rebounding.
saying that. Y'all keep ignoring it. When he
No,
won in
because in
'91, he
'91,
only
Scotty. No, because in '91 they won
No.
because Scottie Pippen was better than anything else. Go look up what Scotty did in '91 compared to '90. Scotty was better in '91. That's why the
I
Bulls
mean,
won.
yeah, I said it. I said in 1987 he was 9 for 30% with 30 points, and Larry Bird outplayed him over 50% and more points, 32
Yeah,
points.
with
Look
LeBron,
And
you
then in
may
right here.
score when he
1988,
scored
the last
when he
hey, we
scored
showed the
24
stat.
points. With LeBron, you may score when you mentioned 24 points. He also had 6 rebounds and all his other stats. With Jordan,
Okay,
it was just he scored this and that. We know Jordan's stat lines in those early seasons. Yes, he was
No,
losing
that was
the
7
whole
straight
team.
years though. No, it was
Huh?
7 straight years that he was the reason they was losing. That's the whole point.
yeah, that's the point. He's the
That's what
reason why they're
Scotty is
losing.
saying. Scotty said the reason that the Bulls never won was because of Michael Jordan, and things had to change. And Scottie Pippen is the reason that it changed. That's why he believes he's the greatest Bull of all time.
All right,
I'm
try me
just trying
on a
to,
Friday.
yeah,
Figure
I'm
out.
just trying. I'm just doing what Scotty said. That's all.
We
I
not
believe
upset. Nothing
Mike's
Scotty
a
said.
better
We
player
not
than
upset.
Scotty. I believe
Yeah.
Mike's a better player than Scotty. I'm just trying to see his point of view. That's all. I
It's
mean,
a shame that
he had
Black
a good
Jesus
point.
dropped 60 and got crucified. We just keep on highlighting all the points Jordan scored, but he never won a playoff series against Bird. Bird is the only player you can kind of make a GOAT debate for him to get 3 consecutive uh, MVPs in the season. Nobody else got that on their resume. So,
No, they do. No, they do. No, they
crazy.
do. Bill Russell has it, and so does Wilt
Well, Bill
Yeah,
Chamberlain.
Russell,
Bill Russell
Bill Russell,
and Will.
but
And
Right?
Wilt
I'm talking
Chamberlain. And
about
Wilt.
outside of
Will.
that era,
Outside
nobody
the
else out.
merger, yeah, post
Yeah.
merger. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Let's go. Wait, Drew had something to say while Brandon was speaking, and we had to pause him because he can't cut.
Yeah.
Y'all
Go
were trying
ahead,
to
Drew.
cut off. Brandon was going to go in and dominate. But go ahead, Drew. What you got to say? We're gonna get up out of here. Drew, are you there? Hello, Drew.
He may have stepped away.
Going once, going twice. Sold. No Zesty Jeffrey got anything to say, huh? Herm just
Called
wanted
him
to
Black
argue
Jesus because
like
he
he knows.
crucified him in the playoffs. That's why he called him Black Jesus. Crucified him in the playoffs.
He called him Black Jesus because, again, I don't even think he called him Black Jesus. I don't even think Larry Bird said that after that series. I think Larry Bird said that years
Nah, he
afterwards.
did. Yeah, he said it like 30 years later that he played like he was God in shoes. He was giving him a compliment, but the next game he came out and laid a big ass dud. Third leading scorer on his team.
Like, this is what I don't get. He
Outplayed
literally
by Danny
got mad.
Ainge.
Herm got mad at us
See, these
because
token points, these Danny Ainge thing. Your guy was outplayed by JJ Barrera. Like, come on, you can do this for every
When
goddamn
AJ Brown
player.
averaged 8 points a game. What 8 points? When did he outplay LeBron James?
What game?
You can literally
The dude
say
averaged
that.
8
You can
points.
say Jason Terry outplayed LeBron for 6 games.
Because
Jason Terry averaged eight points a game.
contrary to y'all belief, Game 4 didn't lose the series for the Heat. It was 2-2 after Game 4. So it wasn't like Game 4 lost the series. The games that Brandon are bringing up are the games that Jordan lost that lost the series.
The reason
That's the
that they lost
point.
was to Jordan.
That's what you guys failing to realize.
So if it's the reason that Jordan lost, then he's the reason they win. Then that's like literally.
No,
That's what we
Pippen
tell
is
y'all
the
about
reason they
Scotty.
win.
Yeah,
Pippen is the
that's
reason
what we
they
keep telling y'all
win.
about Scotty. That's what we keep telling you about Scotty. Because if Scotty plays good, the Bulls win. When Scotty
He didn't
don't,
play
they
good
don't.
in '98. They still won.
Yeah, he did. He played better than anybody else on Utah. Even better than what's it called?
Finals MVP.
With a bad back. Heart.
With a bad back.
Yeah, if you don't
With
get
a
hurt,
bad back.
you go
When
finals
Jordan's out
MVP.
here going 9 of 35 in an NBA game.
Yeah,
Like he
salute
said,
Ecky
I'm still
Channel, man.
winning.
Y'all made Terrence crash out on a God level. He crashed out on God level.
We're gonna have to
That's
clip
gonna be a
that.
nice
We're
I'm
gonna have
out
to
of here,
clip
man.
that.
Salute to
All
y'all.
right,
Y'all
appreciate you,
legendary.
man.
Keep going.
You know what I'm gonna do.
Thank you, man. Make sure you subscribe to GOAT James Kingdom, not FYF. If you're already subscribed to FYF, that's great. But we are GOAT James Kingdom. This is the GOAT James Kingdom show. We do this every Sunday noon Eastern time where we talk the game of basketball, and we don't run from nobody. We let Herm speak, but Herm wanted to cut people off and get mad when people are going to tell him the truth. He wanted to bring up this idea of everybody has failures. We know this. We all tell y'all this, but y'all don't want to talk that. And that's when now y'all want to stop talking that when we bring up Jordan's failure. When we don't, none of y'all know Jordan's failure. But when we bring it up, that's when now everybody has failures.
And now we all 84 to 90. We all know he fell.
But they don't believe that. They don't believe that. And that's why
they believe LeBron James is the only superstar
Herm, we didn't cut you off, Herm. You wanted us to play a clip that had nothing to do with nothing. You wanted us to play a clip when Jordan himself said, I didn't win no championships without Scottie Pippen. What does Jerry Krause saying Jordan never came to me for help when he lied and said that in the early 2000s after Jordan didn't play with the Bulls? What does that have to do with the conversation? Nothing. Just like you bringing up everybody else's failures had nothing to do with the conversation. The conversation was about how did Scottie Pippen affect the Bulls winning and Jordan didn't. We proved it. You can't prove otherwise. You have nothing to say that Jordan won anything without Scottie Pippen. None of y'all have it. He won nothing without
anything for Scotty either. If it's
yes, we do. Scottie Pippen has more winning seasons, more playoff wins, more playoff series wins. He accomplished more without Jordan than Jordan.
As a Bull, Scotty did. Stop it.
Oh my God, Scottie Pippen was in his last days and played 20 games. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
That's exactly what I do. That's exactly.
No, we don't. Because Jordan played 82 games and didn't make the playoffs.
Though.
That's not facts.
Never missed the playoffs on the Bulls. Scotty did. That's a fact. You can't.
And that's because Scotty didn't play in it. That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
He wants Jordan to have a win.
That's not a fact.
Just let Jordan have that.
It's not a fact.
That's not a fact. He can have it. He can have it. He needs it.
No, it's not a fact.
He can have it.
No, it's not.
It's a stupid fact, but that's what y'all do. Y'all use facts like that for your narrative.
I don't use no stupid facts. Craig, don't put that on me. You brought up your own stupid fact here. No one boosted you to say what you just said. That was a very stupid thing you said.
All-time winning.
He does. He does.
Okay.
You keep asking. What does 2004 have to do with Scottie Pippen having still won more without Jordan?
He didn't make the playoffs.
Did Jordan win more? Did Jordan win more? Did Jordan win more? No, he didn't. Jordan didn't win more. That's the conversation. Why you have to discredit Scottie now? Because Jordan didn't achieve more than Scottie. That's not a fact. That's not a fact. Scottie wasn't playing. He's not playing. He didn't make the playoffs. He didn't play.
2004.
He didn't play. He didn't play. He didn't play.
Well,
he didn't play.
They would have made the playoffs.
He couldn't play. He only went there to retire as a Bull. He didn't go there to play. He went there to retire as a Bull.
That he was on a roster on the Bulls that didn't make the playoffs.
It's a fact Jordan quit because he
back on
Pippen. What y'all doing? No matter how it happened,
get back on Pippen. That's all it is.
No, it ain't. I'm literally just saying a fact, and you getting mad at facts.
No, because I know while Jordan wasn't making the playoffs in 2002 and 2003, Scottie was in the playoffs. That's what I know. That's what I know.
You're getting mad at facts.
That's not facts. That's not a fact.
It's a fact. You can go look at the roster.
It's not a fact.
You go look at the roster. Go look at their record.
And none of that has to do with the fact that Scottie's more of a winner than Jordan as a Bull.
It's a fact that you don't like.
It's not. No, it's a useless fact. It means nothing.
Okay,
it means nothing. It means nothing.
If we arguing.
We're not arguing. You arguing. There's no argument. Jordan did not win nothing without Scottie. Scottie won without Jordan. That's facts. Even though he missed one playoff as a Bull, he still won more.
He don't have 7 championships. None of them do.
He won a division without Jordan.
He
won a playoff series without Jordan.
Like I said,
can we just give Scottie his credit? Please give Scottie his credit. He's the reason the Bulls won those 6 titles.
Exactly. You don't want to accept the fact, Scottie. No, you don't want to accept the fact that Scottie won more without Jordan than Jordan won without Scottie. You don't want to accept that fact. You don't want to accept that.
Need each other to win.
Scottie was limited to one game, and Michael Jordan got blown out of the game.
They both.
Scottie doesn't believe that.
They literally have the same thing without playing each other. They both got swept in the first round without.
Scottie doesn't believe that.
They both missed the playoffs without playing.
Shit, what Scottie believes.
Scottie doesn't believe that. Scottie he's winning his 6 championships no matter what.
All this stuff is what Scottie believes. It's fine. He can believe that. He can believe that. The reason Jordan was not a great player. No one's saying he is. Scottie's saying he is. We don't believe that Pippen's better than Mike. We just say what Scottie said. Like, this is the reason. This is the reason why Scottie believes he's better than Michael Jordan.
Not only
lost all those games.
Not only that, Scottie Pippen has more rebounds than Jordan. He has more assists than Jordan. He has more blocks than Jordan. He has more blocks than Jordan. He has more playoff rebounds. He has more playoff steals. He has more playoff blocks, more playoff assists than Jordan. He has everything over Jordan besides winning more than Jordan outside of playing with Jordan. So a lot of things Scottie Pippen has is up there. So I don't know why y'all keep discrediting Scottie. That's why he's top 20 all time on my list, easily.
Okay.
And better than Dwayne Wade and anybody that LeBron James ever played with.
Yeah, again, another reason why totals don't mean shit.
That's false. That's why your opinion don't mean shit, because you can't discredit totals.
Travis, why do you think totals don't matter? Travis, why do you think totals don't matter?
Because your argument falls apart whenever you try to apply totals in a consistent list. You can't do it.
Where? Tell me where it falls apart. Try me. Let's start where? Rank anywhere. Let's start where?
No,
Try me.
we're not about to do this again. This is already boring.
Exactly. Because you're gonna get mad when I tell you Stockton. Because you're gonna get mad when I tell you Stockton's the greatest player.
As soon as you start, we already know it. We already know why.
Yeah, we already know. Again, that's why we come live every Sunday noon. We do this again. Y'all lucky TikTok came back.
Explain why totals don't matter though, Travis.
It don't matter because you're not consistently using them to rank players all the time. I do. I guarantee you I do.
That's it. Like,
I guarantee you I do. Y'all gotta stop trying me. I told y'all 2025 is not the year. 2025 is not the year to try GOAT James Kingdom. It's the wrong year to do that. It's over for you guys. You guys have now we have to discredit totals because Jordan doesn't have no totals that he's ever on top of anything. Nowhere.
No, we're just putting them in their perspective place. Like you're using them as the end-all be-all whenever you talk about LeBron or
it's not. Jordan is great because he got 32,000 points. Jordan's great because he got 2,000 steals.
Travis, who's a better player, Gary Payton or Stephon Marbury?
Gary Payton.
Who do you think has better totals?
Probably Stephon Marbury. From looking at it, I mean,
Gary Payton. Gary Payton. Who has
Gary Payton's better because he was far better. At least he was far better much better impactful player, especially
because
impactful. What does that mean? We don't know what that means.
Stephon Marbury. Average go to Stephon Marbury. All right. If you're not going to say Stephon Marbury is better than Gary Payton, you have to get away from this averages thing because it's not going to be consistent. It's just not going to be.
You ain't consistent.
Don't talk about averages.
What are you using to measure impact?
Impact?
Yeah. What are you doing to measure his impact?
You can measure that on his team success with or without him on the floor, offensively and defensively, his accolades and achievements.
How do you get accolades without stats?
Accolades aren't dependent on your stats. They're things that are given to you. You earn them.
You earn them, but you
don't include averages or totals. Okay, I got you.
Gary Payton didn't win DPOY because he was averaging like 13 steals and like 12 blocks a game.
No, I'm just saying, like you don't use averages or totals. Like
did he lead the league in steals? Did he lead the league in steals that year?
I don't know. I haven't looked that up.
I'm quite sure he did. I'm quite sure he did.
He probably did.
That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but not everyone who leads the league in steals wins a DPOY.
That's true, but most of the people who leads in steals
he won because he was a driving force between the
96 did lead the league in steals.
The guy who leads in blocks and steals more than likely is going to win the Defensive Player of the Year. That's facts, Travis.
No, it's not. Magic Johnson led the league in 3.
I mean, that's not fact because
there is no 3-point award, Travis. Stop bringing up shit about 3-point awards. No 3-point awards. We say Defensive Player of the Year. Most Defensive Players of the Year are either the blocks leader or the steals leader.
No, they're not.
That's facts.
Except in 2013 when they gave it to someone who didn't make the All NBA team, Paul Gasol.
Those are facts.
John Stockton never sniffed a DPOY, neither did Magic Johnson.
Or Steph Curry. Or Allen Iverson.
Again, the guy who won it, when Magic Johnson led the league in steals, there was no Defensive Player of the Year, Travis. Try again, please.
Yeah, there was.
No, there wasn't. It started in 83.
Magic led in 1983, dude.
Magic led in 82 and 81. 82 and 81. No?
No. He led.
What year was that?
Look this up. Again, because I just looked this up because I did some research on Magic Johnson here.
Yes, he led in 82. I know he led in 82, and there was no Defensive Player of the Year.
Still 3 different times.
Only twice. Back-to-back years. 81 and 82, there was no Defensive Player. There was no defensive player of the year. Travis, you know what? We're going to end the show with this because y'all upset at Scotty and y'all telling to take it out on us. Stop it, guys. We keep telling y'all this is GOAT, James, Kingdom. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. That's my partner, B. Lee, the sports analyst. All we do is talk the GOAT debate. No, all we do is talk the GOAT debate. You brought up Magic Johnson. You didn't even know when Magic Johnson won the Steals titles. You didn't know that. You don't know a lot of things, Travis. That's why you show up every Sunday afternoon with us so we can help you learn more about the game of basketball, so you can appreciate the game of basketball. That's all we do here is talk the game. And we talk the GOAT debate. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. You guys are upset that LeBron's so great. I'm so sorry that we have a better jockstrap to be on. Your jockstrap was 1900 jockstrap. That shit's horrible shit. You go enjoy that jockstrap, and Michael Jordan fans are the worst page. Don't come here being mad at us because we can keep proving our points. And y'all get mad at Scotty because he keep proving his points. Shit got nothing to do with me and Brandon. Nothing at all. We didn't tell
Why are
Scotty.
we talking about it then? So why we
Because that's what me and Brandon want to do. We want to have a conversation about the GOAT debate.
You can't get mad at someone for talking about Pippen if that's the whole topic.
You're not talking about Pippen. You're talking about us. He's talking about me. You get mad at us. We have nothing to do with Scottie Pippen. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have no problem. Did you not even disrespectful to LeBron? We're talking about. We don't even care. We don't care.
We started this conversation by saying that Scottie Pippen had some ridiculous takes about LeBron also, and we were discredited. Now it turned into, oh no, Scottie Pippen thinks he's the best, therefore he is. He turned it into a Scottie Pippen glaze, LeBron glaze fest, as you always fucking do.
We just validated what Scotty thinks. We just validated.
No, we helped y'all understand what Scotty said because y'all can't listen. Y'all don't hear. Y'all can't count. Y'all can't read. Y'all can't hear. The man gave you his specific stance. I don't believe in a GOAT in basketball.
And then he said he did.
He doesn't. He said I don't. The man kept asking him about the GOAT.
Yeah.
He kept telling the man, and then when he asked the man about what the GOAT criteria was, the man was like, well, you tell me. And he says there is no such thing. It doesn't exist in his mind. Because he thinks it is a team sport. No, he's always thought this.
No,
He's always said this. You guys keep asking him about the GOAT debate because you guys need something to help Jordan. Because Jordan's career is not enough. So you need Scottie Pippen to say LeBron was chasing rings. That's why LeBron can't be the GOAT. That's what y'all want, but y'all got mad.
LeBron clearly no. Pippen has said LeBron's the GOAT on many occasions. He said Jordan's the GOAT. Now we're saying Magic is.
Based off of stats. You don't listen. Based off of stats. He believes LeBron James will have the best resume. That's the facts. That's not Scottie Pippen lying.
He's still saying he's the GOAT. He said he didn't say statistically.
Based off stats.
Okay, so he believes he's the GOAT. Based off
whatever. If you ask him leadership, he's going to give you someone else. If he's going to ask you about the game and all that, he's going to say himself. It depends on what you're talking about. You guys are not the ones who stand 10 toes down. Y'all don't have a criteria. You want to say Michael's more impactful. Wait, y'all want to say Michael Jordan was more impactful than Scotty, but Scotty will tell you, no, I was the most impactful Bull. But you're going to go run the stats, which is going to prove that LeBron's better than Jordan. Y'all are inconsistent. And then mad at Scotty for being inconsistent.
Yeah, Scotty said that Michael Jordan ruined basketball by the way he played. That's why, by the way he played.
Because that's what we do. We run off stats. That's what we do in Go James Kingdom.
So we can use those same stats when he wins.
I know you can. Then when we use stats, we all know Scottie Pippen did everything but score for the Bulls during their championship run. Those are the facts.
And I think the last time to win a basketball game, you have to score more points than your opponent. I thought unless that changed, unless you got to out-rebound them to win.
With that being said, LeBron James has generated the most points in NBA history. It's not even close. He's the greatest player
why
ever.
Y'all keep blending this narrative? He needs help all the time. If he generates the most points,
because he's played against he played against the greatest competition of all time. That's why he's playing against the greatest players of all time. Yeah. Again, y'all keep throwing out go ahead. It's fine. All you gonna keep reeling up is more exposures.
All I know is
it's dead in the water for y'all.
All I know is when Iverson came in, that wasn't Jordan era because he only played against him for 2 seasons. But all of a sudden, these players have been here 2 or 3 seasons. Now this is.
I got Jordan over Pippen using totals. So I'm just
not eating one of the other.
So do us. So, listen, we use totals and averages. Listen, we use totals, averages, and accolades. And yes, Jordan is way better than Scottie Pippen, but Scottie Pippen was top 20.
But I'm saying even if I just use totals, is because remember I told you I learned to see about combining them and using turnovers and stuff, and it's just Jordan is pretty up there. So that's why
you can't use turnovers. That's like using field goal percentage. How you gonna use turnovers? Because turnovers is predicated on play style, just like field goal percentage.
Yeah, I understand it's a loss of possession, even though LeBron is still number one, even using all that. So that's why it's included. But I'm saying like turnovers do matter. I don't know what it's a means of your production of what you've done throughout your career.
It matters when you're not a playmaker. If you're a playmaker, it don't matter.
Yeah. That could be the case.
No, that's the facts. The guys who turn over the ball the most are playmakers. That's why it don't matter.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
There's not going to be anyone who scored 30,000 points with a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. It still has LeBron as number one. Is the point? The only debate one of the debates is Kareem between LeBron and. So I'm not saying no. I'm talking about including everything in terms of the total aspect. LeBron is still number one. So it's like.
Again, at the end of the day, the guy who has the least turnovers is the worst player in NBA history. The guy who has the least shots made and the least shots missed is the worst player in NBA history.
But not number one.
I'm not diminishing LeBron having the most turnovers.
That's fine. Again, that's why John Stockton. That's why John Stockton is the greatest passer of all time.
That person is considered a plumber, what is it? Electrician, a teacher, unathletic, unskilled. That
was Jordan. Yeah, that was Jordan, and that was Jordan's best competition. A passer.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, no, but Travis, like I said, bro,
you said I thought the game was about scoring, Craig. Now you want to praise the passer?
Because y'all bringing up the pass, y'all just
literally talked about
we
bringing up all around.
We brought up. You know that the guy that has the most assists doesn't have the most turnovers.
But again, he's also top 5 in the most turnovers of all time, and that's why he has him.
But he's
because he's the greatest passer of all time.
That you should be number one in turnovers for.
He's still a heavy turnover guy. He turns over the ball more than Jordan and all these other guys who don't turn over the ball as much as him.
But
he generates more points.
Number one in the stat that supersedes the turnovers, he should be higher than number 5. If you're number 1 in something and that correlates to another stat,
why?
You should be.
Why, Craig? Why?
You just said all the great ones, all the great playmakers turn the ball over a lot. So the one that has a great, the most stats to prove that you're a great playmaker should be also show you the same stat that you're referring to. So
he was number 1. That's who LeBron passed. He was number 1. LeBron passed him.
He's not even number 2.
He is number 2. Who's number 2? Who has more turnovers than John Stockton and LeBron?
Number 2 in turnovers?
No, I don't think so. It's John Stockton, isn't it?
Wasn't it Karl
And if not, and like I said, when he retired, that's what I'm saying. When John Stockton retired, he was still the number 1 in turnovers, and he was number 1 in assists when he retired. But obviously, John Stockton's a better passer than Westbrook and LeBron. Obviously.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. I don't believe.
You just proved it. He has all these assists and less turnovers. He's obviously better at passing the basketball. Way better.
Think, to me, it doesn't really matter because, like say LeBron and John Stockton's turnovers, even though they're very high, their other means of production is way more. It's exceptionally.
But we're talking about playmaking. That's what you guys get to realize. The turnovers is revolve around playmaking.
It's associated with great playmakers. I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so when you're talking about somebody being a low in turnover, they're not a good playmaker. That's all that means. They're not. That's why they're low in turnovers because they don't make plays. They're not playmakers. Guys who create plays are going to be high in turnovers because to create a play eventually you're going to cause a turnover.
Miss shots.
Well, I'm just talking about the shots.
That's the same thing with Jordan. The guy who shoots, the guy who shoots a lot will have more missed shots than somebody who doesn't. But that doesn't mean the guy who has the less missed shots is better than the guy who shoots a lot. We always say that. That's why the guy who has the less missed shots is the worst player in NBA history. Like the guy with the least amount of turnovers is the worst player in NBA history. It doesn't determine your greatness. Y'all don't want to talk about what determines greatness because Jordan's not great enough.
We're not even discussing the greatness.
That's what we're talking about. Everything we're talking about is about greatness. Turnovers are used to discredit greatness, and there's nothing about turnovers that says you're either great or not great.
I'm just
I brought it up.
Y'all literally brought it up.
He brought it up.
Because
He brought it up.
Said that.
He brought it
I
up.
use
Y'all
as a
brought it up
measurement.
and then get mad when someone keeps speaking on it. Like, come on, y'all can't just keep
We
doing
not. No,
that.
I get mad when y'all act like y'all are
But he
obtuse,
brought it
like
up.
y'all
I
not
wouldn't have said
listening.
nothing about
Yes.
turnovers if it wouldn't have been brought up.
Yeah, and that's why I told him don't bring it up because it's a useless conversation. It doesn't really determine greatness. I just said that. That's the point of the conversation.
I was just using it to say, like, subtraction from all the combined production, that like the points, rebounds, assists, and all this. It doesn't matter because LeBron still has way more, and it trumps all his turnovers anyway. So it's like it's not really that. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
It still makes him number one. So, but
Yes.
my point is that in the Scottie Pippen, I mean, I think it was the interviewer was kind of really silly, bro, with all those questions and stuff. And yeah, Scottie doesn't have a GOAT. But if you're going to talk about career, if you're going to talk about who has the best career between Jordan and LeBron, it's not really close. So that's what I'm going to say. It's not.
And
Scottie
agrees with you. Scottie agrees with you. Scottie agrees with that.
It's not even just stats. If you're going to
Scotty
talk about
agrees
impact,
with you with the statistical standpoint, and that's
Yes,
everybody.
That's the resume. That's your career.
But
That's your
hold on for a
resume.
second. It's not even just looking at the resume, but if you're going to talk about impact, what the hell? I'm definitely going to take the guy who's going to be able to an elite scorer, a top 2 to 3 elite scorer for many years, and an elite player, and become an elite playmaker. You can put any type of player around him, and he's an elite player for over 20 years. I'm going to take the guy.
And Scotty feels he can do the same thing, and Scotty feels he can do the same thing. That's why as soon as y'all throw away stats, accolades, and achievements, y'all gotta accept what Scotty says, because everything that Michael Jordan and LeBron can do, Scotty can fucking do. That's just the facts.
He can't do it as a number one. That's
he can do it as a number one. He can do it as a number one. He said the only one who can stop me is Jordan. Like he said, I can do it as a number one. I would have won championships without Jordan. That's the point. That's how he feels.
No option probably, but I wouldn't say everything. Like I don't think he can score the high volume Jordan did, but everything
he can.
Else,
Scotty believes if he takes 20 shots per game, and if you go look at his numbers, yes, he can average that. He can average that the same.
Scotty doesn't believe he needs to shoot that much. That's the reason. Because
Exactly.
Magic didn't shoot that much, and he won 5 titles.
Exactly. Scotty doesn't think you have to score. Scotty doesn't think.
GOAT debate. They
Scotty
both had a
doesn't.
teammate who's in the GOAT debate. That's what it is.
I'm
Him
not
and Magic
Scotty
both had teammates who was in the GOAT debate.
That's a good
Again,
point. I'm not disagreeing
Scotty
with you
doesn't
on that.
think
I'm
that.
just saying that I wouldn't say he does everything, but everything else, yeah, and some things you can point out that Scotty does better things than Michael Jordan on things. I'm just saying, like, the
Scotty
volume
could dunk. Scotty can get to the basket. Scotty could dribble. Scotty could shoot from the perimeter. Scotty can play defense on the inside, on the outside. Scotty could do everything. He could pass. He could rebound. Scotty can do everything. He could block shots. He can steal.
Game-winning shots.
Yes, you can. He's hit game-winning shots before. Scottie Pippen's hit game-winning shots. Stop it, Craig. He's hit game-winning shots. That's why he keep telling y'all.
He sat on the bench and let a 3-year pro shoot a game-winning shot in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's called being a good teammate. That means being a good teammate.
Your own coach don't believe you can hit the game-winning shot.
Why? When he gave him the shot before?
Why?
He gave him the shot before.
Phil Jackson, why he benched him? Well, he didn't.
Phil gave him the shot before. Why use using that? Phil gave him the shot before to win the game.
Why did he not come back in the game? Why did he not come back in the game?
Because he wanted the ball again.
He chose not to come back.
He chose not to come back because Phil changed to another play. Phil said, we're going to try something else. I tried you last time.
So you didn't
That's
trust
fine.
him with the shot.
He did. The play before he did. Now it's different.
Because they still playing.
No, again, and I got to do something different. That play didn't work. I got a play that's going to work.
Okay, then. Work.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
it didn't work. It didn't work because Scotty didn't hit it. If Scotty hits it, if Scotty hits that shot, we don't see the coach play. That's the point.
If LeBron misses a shot and the coach is not going to tell you, think a coach going to tell LeBron we're not going to give you this shot again?
Again, that has nothing to do with what Scotty can do or not. He can still do it. And Phil Jackson drew up plenty of plays for Scotty to win the games for them. Even he said that Scotty can do more than Michael. You're not gonna go there. You're gonna go off of your interpretations that has nothing to do with it. But when Phil Jackson tells you Scottie Pippen is better than Jordan, you're not gonna go off of that. And when him telling you that I can do more with Scotty than I can do with Michael Jordan, you're not gonna go off of that.
You could go off of that.
Okay, then so let's go off of that. That's what Scotty's telling you. That's what Scotty is saying. Scotty is saying, listen. Jordan scoring 30 points per game had nothing to do with us winning. How we won was because we played team basketball, and we were able to play team basketball because I was the leader as the team leader, and I was able to get everybody else involved.
That would sound good if they would have won in '94 because he had the same roster.
It sounded good.
The 30 point per game.
It sounded good because Michael Jordan underperformed for 7 straight years. That's why it sounds good to Scottie Pippen.
What do you mean? Look at it talking about. Scottie Pippen failed too. 3 of those seasons.
No, Michael Jordan underperformed miserably
Jordan
7 straight
fell more
years.
on the Bulls.
I still don't understand why. I still don't understand why Scotty has to win without Jordan, and Jordan doesn't have to win without Scotty. I never understood that conversation. I never.
Jordan never played well without Scotty.
I know you're not
Jordan
saying
didn't
that,
play
Craig.
well.
Craig, I know you're not saying that. What you're saying is for us to show you Scotty winning without Jordan, but you don't want to talk about Jordan never winning without Scotty.
Because the man literally said he only won with Pippen. If a man telling me I can only win
So
with
that Scotty's right then. So Scotty's right that Jordan needed me and I didn't need Jordan. That's what Scotty keeps telling y'all.
Jordan said it.
Scotty doesn't think that.
You're
Scotty
proving
doesn't
Scotty's
think
point,
that.
though. You're proving Scotty's point. Jordan needed him.
We all proving Scotty's delusional.
Scotty is delusional because Michael said he can't win without Scotty. That doesn't make any sense, Fred.
That's Scotty's fault.
Jordan said he don't win without Scotty. Not that he can't win. He said he doesn't win without Scotty. There's a big difference.
We have almost a decade of him not being able to win without Scotty.
Because he failed on the Bulls more times with Scotty than he did without Scotty.
Again, he never won nothing without Scotty.
Underperformed a lot as well.
So that's all I'm going to say. He failed more with Scotty on the Bulls than he did without.
He underperformed more with Scotty.
Exactly, but that's facts. That's right. Well, listen, we're going to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we had a great show. It's not our fault. We didn't go ask this guy to go run and ask Scottie Pippen a bunch of questions about the Michael Jordan and the GOAT debate, and for him to give us all of these gems that we have now. Y'all got some gems, too. Scottie Pippen threw shots at LeBron James. But don't get mad at Scottie Pippen for what he says about Jordan and then run and take what he said about LeBron James.
Everything he said about LeBron and Jordan is retarded, if you ask me.
Well, Scotty's one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, and he knows the game of basketball.
He's the greatest player to play against one of the greatest players to play with. That's all. He's the greatest number 2 to a GOAT. That's all.
In fact, he's the only number 2 because y'all don't call Kareem a number 2. Y'all don't call Kobe a number 2. Y'all don't call nobody a number 2 besides Scottie Pippen. Dwayne Wade's not a number 2. Stephen Curry's not a number 2. None of these guys are number 2s. And all of a sudden, it's only Scottie Pippen. That's the only person that's a number 2. It's Scottie. Matter of fact, I don't even know who's number 1 in Boston because supposedly Bill Russell's not even number 1. So I don't even know who's the number 1 or the number 2 in Boston. Only Scottie Pippen is a number 2. No other player in NBA history. Not Jason Terry. Jason Terry ain't a number 2. I don't know.
Terry was a number 8.
Yeah, because no one's ever talked about Magic leading that team. No one's ever mentioned that.
And that's my whole point. Like,
Lies.
how could Kareem be in the GOAT
No one's
debate?
ever told that Durant was
Magic supposed to be led them to the championship when Kareem got hurt in 80. Magic supposed to be led them to the championship in 87.
Yes. I'm
in
saying
86. I mean in 88.
I didn't ask why Kareem was the biggest sidekick ever in 1987. I didn't specifically ask that question last week. Sure I did.
No, but nobody says he's a number 2. Nobody says that. Nobody calls him a number 2. He's not a number 2. He's not a Robin. Nobody calls Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a Robin ever because a Robin can't be in the GOAT debate. And both him and Magic are in the GOAT debate. So it's weird. It's weird.
I always said, how can you have both of them if they've been on? How can you have 2 people on the same team in the GOAT debate? Like I always thought.
And in the top 5. And in the top 5. Because when I had Magic in my top 5, I didn't have Kareem in my top 5. But now that I got Magic out of my top 5, Kareem could be in the top 5. So Kareem's now in my top 5, and Magic's outside of my top 5. But let's get up out of here, man. You guys have been great. I just wanted you guys to understand that here in GOAT James Kingdom, Brandon and I, we like to just talk the game of basketball. We are a channel, though, ladies and gentlemen. Now that y'all know TikTok's not around, y'all got a lot of people. There's some new people around.
Just got the news. The news just came back. Trump is going to sign something to bring TikTok back. They've been talking about it all day.
It's back. It's already online. It's already online.
Because supposedly the guy from Shark Tank was supposedly in negotiations to purchase it for like $20 billion.
But he said in 2020 he wanted to ban TikTok. Now all of a sudden he wants to bring TikTok back.
Like, because again, if they're going to sell it, that means an American investor can make money. Trump's all about making money. So and they don't mind TikTok. TikTok is really not that bad. But I can tell you this right now: if they do sell it, it's going to be a different algorithm. All that stuff that we were doing is going to change, just like they did on Facebook, just like they did on Instagram, and just like they do on YouTube. Because they're not just going to feed your stuff out there for free. But if it's back, we're going to have some fun with some TikTokers. I'll go back having some lives with some TikTokers. But again, it was a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up out of here. Let me do my last goodbyes. So again, y'all know who we are. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. That's my partner B. Lee. He's the sports analyst. We are the GOAT James Kingdom channel. We go live every Sunday noon where we do this conversation right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform, noon Eastern time. We also have great gentlemen like Craig, John, and Travis who are with us every Sunday when they can be to help us have a great program. So today was a great show because we talked about Scottie Pippen and him having that interview and all of his conversations about the GOAT debate. We want to shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members. Thank you guys for supporting what Brandon and I do. If you want to become a GOAT James Kingdom member, just go to our channel on a desktop computer, hit the join tab. You'll see all the different tiers to becoming a member and all the perks for all the different tiers. Again, it doesn't cost nothing but $4.99 to support what Brandon and I do, and you'll have access to so many things as far as being a part of the GOAT James Kingdom membership. Also, we also have special chats, which we'll be doing tomorrow night. Monday nights is when we do it. We'll watch the game. Herm, you can come up and have a debate all you want to. There, I won't cut you off like you claim we're doing here. We have fun with GOAT James Kingdom members. We're going to do this every Monday with the GJK members gala where we have a great conversation about that. So ladies and gentlemen, like I told y'all, this is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. B. Lee and I do this every Sunday noon Eastern time. Y'all have a great Sunday afternoon. Peace and blessings. And remember, Scottie Pippen always told y'all there is no GOAT.
So what's the credentials to be that guy?
To be the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great conversation. I'm curious to know what you say. I'm a fan. I'll give you my opinion, but I want to hear from you.
I don't think it exists in team sports. I don't think it exists in team sports.
Okay. You don't think it exists in team sports?
No.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and A. Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.